What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Loot Bros Podcast. I'm your host, Residentdarrell. I don't know what the F that was.
He's a horse. He's the horstest with the morstest.
Dude, I got a piece of my hair or something in my mouth, and I immediately like went to go get rid of it, and I was like, I'm a horse.
Horstest with the morstest.
I'm your horse. Residentdarrell. With me this week, we got ZJ Zach, but not the old ZJ Zach. We got a new ZJ Zach.
What up? What up?
Bearded nerd in the house. All right, we got Jammin Joe.
Yo.
And then finally, back from her future endeavors, we have coming back from the dead. It's Kalai.
Coming back alive.
Hey, what's up? I'm not Frosty Crapping. I did hear the last week's show. Frosty Crapping.
Yeah, I see what you did there. Awesome. Well, we finally got the group together. All right. It only took 9 weeks, but we can do it. We got it. We did it. We made it. So we are going to start the show off with a toast. This week, we got a lot of stuff to toast to. So we got a lot of stuff coming up. A lot of cool things happening, Loot Bro style. A lot of different things going on. So we're going to start the toast. Here we go. Get a little tappy tap. This week's toast goes out to our new Patreon producers. All right. So we've added some Patreon producers. We have, my name is FM Mayo. We have MZ Nitro. We have recently added to the Patreon producer section, Redbeard Rick. And then El Presidente himself, Le T-Bird. T-Bird has finally found what his future endeavors are. And it is being the Patreon producer for the show. So thank you so much for that. And real quick, before you pop your caps.
It makes sense. He doesn't have to show up for the show.
And he can still tell us what to do. So it's perfect. It's perfect. He's like, I'm here, but I'm not here. I don't have to be here. And I'll tell you what to play. I win. All right. So I think that's checkmate, actually. So good job, T. Well played, T-Bird. Well played. But Kalai finally joined us in the PlayStation 5 family. So we're going to toast a little bit to that.
One of us. I got
it on my computer already. All right, guys. I am drinking my second ever Mountain Dew Zero Spark, the new raspberry lemonade. It's pretty freaking good.
Those are good.
It's pretty good.
Those are really good.
I was going to have another Monster, but I've already had too many today. And so I decided I was going to give my heart a break till about 6 a.m. And then I'll wait and have another one then. All right. So this is Loot Bros Podcast, a general gaming and sometimes we tell funnies podcast. This week, we finally got the crew back together. We're going to talk about what we've been playing. We're going to talk about our most anticipated and least anticipated games for 2022. This is going to be a bit of a hype check episode. I think we're going to have some fun combo and some good answers. We got tons of great community questions. And next week, we're going to have a very special guest. Joe, do you want to tell everybody who our special guest is?
Our special guest next week is none other than YouTube content creator, Sean Long, or RGT85 as he's better known as. He will be gracing us with his presence next week. Yes.
Very nice. So we're going to have a bit of a tear here in the next couple months of guests. We're going to have YouTubers, we're going to have streamers, we're going to have comic book creators, documentary creators. We're going to have other podcasters on, and then we're going to dip back and you're going to hear some new interviews from some old guests. We're going to double back on some video game devs that we've had over here in the past few years and kind of get updates on their games. So it's going to be some cool stuff. But before we get into all that crazy, wild shenanigans, Joe, why don't you start us off with what you've been playing?
Really? Me? All right, I guess.
Yeah, man.
All right, well, I did beat another game this week, so that's 6.
You hear that, Zach? That's 6.
Ooh.
6.
It's more than 2.
That's
talking trash. Well, now I've hit 3, so it's okay.
Oh, dang.
I mean, you're getting there. You're getting there, kid. You know, I remember my first bike ride. I beat Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. That game is awesome. They really fixed a lot of the problems that was the original version of Ninja Gaiden 3, which was a piece of shit. And they fixed a lot of the stuff. I mean, they made it so like you actually get to have most of the weapons through the actual story mode instead of just having the dragon sword was the only thing you got in the OG version of the game. So
Like
now
Power Rangers Dragon Zord.
Yeah, pretty much. So I beat that campaign. I actually want to go back and play some more of it, but time is money and money is time. So I don't got time for that shit. I played more levels on Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition for PS5. That game's absolutely gorgeous, and everybody should play it if you don't have it. I'm about halfway through that, so that'll be probably game number 7 or 8. I haven't decided yet. I've been playing Fallout 4 a bunch. I'm trying to play like a mission a day or 2 minutes. I think I'm 50% through the campaign, the main campaign in Fallout 4. So
how is that?
It sucks. Not gonna lie. I really love Fallout, but this story is just boring, and like they task you with building this tedious garbage crap all the time, and I'm like, I don't want to build this stuff like at all, like nothing.
I thought they only did that once.
Music make you lose control.
No, you like okay, so like you only have to really do it once, Kalai, but if you don't go back and like get like settlers and stuff to help you do things, it's the game's just annoying if you don't get the help.
I got 60 hours into the game.
And then I had some great Patreon producers tell me what I need to play.
Yeah,
so I've
did.
been chipping away at Need for Speed Payback every night. Thank you.
Shout out Patreon producer MZ Nitro.
Freaking NC Nitro.
Hey,
It could be worse.
Yeah, I mean, at least I'm not playing Synchro and Kagura.
Yeah, true that. I got to do Peach Beach Splash next. Thanks, Jared.
I played a little bit more Bug Snacks last week after we finished the show. I like Bug Snacks a lot. I kind of want to finish it. That's a pretty quick game. I'm about halfway through that too. I'm playing One Piece Pirate Adventure Warrior. I play one level of One Piece a day. And I've been beating a pretty good chunk of it. I'm about halfway through that. So I'm moving quickly. I mean, last week when we recorded, I beat 90% of Crash Bandicoot 4 in one sitting.
Dude, yes. I beat almost all of Wet in one podcast.
I beat almost all of Crash Bandicoot. I finished it up the next morning, and I had to play that stupid level where you have to lose like all the power-ups in like a row without like falling to your death. And it's like, I remember how much I hated that part on PS4. Thank God it loads faster on PS5 every time you die. So what else have I played? I think that's it for PlayStation this week. Over on the Switch, on that thing we don't talk about much on here. I played Mario versus Rabbids, and that game is really dope. And I forgot how much I love that game. I'm still like Kalai. Like I know Kalai got me to play it, and I thank her for that because it's a dope game. It plays like XCOM, Daryl. If you like XCOM, right? So it plays like XCOM, and it's dope. And it's got Mario characters and Rabbids, and it's like the only game I've ever played Rabbids that I've liked that wasn't just to play it for trophies or achievements. So the game's really good. And I think I'm at the end of World 1, so I have like 7 worlds left after this and a lot of gameplay. But the game's really fun. It's not too challenging though, honestly. And like it's like, I mean, I can make it more challenging. I don't have to accept the extra health every time I beat a level, but why would I not do that? I want to beat the game quicker so I can get it done.
You got to get to 100 first, bro.
Got to get to 100. It's the race to 100. It's speaking of racing to 100. Zach, what have you played this week?
I didn't get time to play a lot of games this week. I did start Little Hope this week.
Nice.
And I got to play it a little bit more today. And then I played a little bit of Man and Mead, and that's pretty much about it. A little bit of Warframe story. That way I can, because I'm almost done with that, but I don't want to play too much of it because I'm pretty sure JT was going to have to give a ruling on it.
On which game?
Warframe.
It doesn't have credits?
No, because it's like an ongoing story.
Does it? I think it has a terminal trophy though for the main campaign though, doesn't it?
Oh, it's not a trophy. I think at the end of it you get a
you get like a congratulations thing, and then it's like
you get a certain set of armor.
I don't know. I'll count it.
Weird.
There's a campaign. There's a campaign there. I'll count it.
I don't know. I'm like 66 hours into it, so
I would count it. And I think JT would too. He's pretty good with that.
He's pretty
stuff.
fair. Yeah,
he's fair. I mean, I was gonna count. Someone asked if they could count. What was it? Sims today, and I was like, yeah, you can count that.
Well, I would because
110%.
There's so much you got to do. Even if you're trying to do it the cheap way and like download pre-built worlds and stuff or pre-built assets, it's still oh man, 6 hours of leveling up, and you have to pretty much live an entire life, even when you're speeding through it and trying to age up your characters and level up their skills. Like, it's just, I'm doing that one too right now, and it's aggravating. And that game is so janky, dude. It's like
Wait,
freaking.
so right now I've only given him a +1 because he said he never beat the game.
Well, you don't. There's not like a. It's not like a beat the game. It's not like a story mode. You know, it's Sims. You just live a life.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, the story mode, I believe that it counts for that. Or what I looked up, because I wanted to do it too last year, is that beating, like, I think you have to like get to a certain point with your life, and then it counts it as finishing the game.
Right, which you have to do all that stuff to get all the trophies. But like the only Sims game that has a actual tangible like story mode with, you know, would be Sims 2.
Okay.
So should I give him 3 points or 1 point?
Yeah, I would. That'd be my vote. I mean, I think
he was claiming 2 points just for the actual. He was claiming 2 points for the 100% trophy.
Oh, then no, bro.
Well,
That's
my problem. Exactly, that's my problem.
You don't get, just because it's a game last year, you don't get 2 points for platinum a game from last year. You just get 1 to platinum.
Well, I mean, so that's a good one to have a conversation on. So, like with Sims, Sims 4, it's an older game. All right, it doesn't have like a roll credits, but there are trophies associated with, you know, tasks and things you have to do that are, you know, they take forever. And then, you know, once you platinum the game, I mean, you know, I've got multiple families running right now, so my game's not over. What do you call that?
Well, the question is, the first time he played it, was it this year? Because you can technically play an entire, like, he could have just played it last year and, you know, completed a run, but then replayed it to get that 100%. That's my problem.
I'll look right now.
We don't have a rule against that.
Well, I mean, what she's saying is there's no way to tell, but I know for a fact that we are doing this one at the same time for our trophy competition. So I'll tell you when he got his first trophy.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
I mean, I don't honestly think it matters, as long as you, like, because, I mean,
yeah, all of them are January 2022.
Semantics.
Oh, okay.
Why? What you been playing?
Well, so right before December 23rd, I had my what's called PRP to help heal my arm. So I've been taking a break from like very intense games, but I've been playing games on the computer that I can play left-handed. So I've been playing Rogue Book, which I beat the game. I beat every possible boss in the game, and the council ruled that was a success for me. I'm currently trying to get 100%. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that's what I'm trying. I also have been playing, oh, God, hold on a second. I can't think of the name of it. Disco Elysium. I've been playing Disco Elysium as well, because that game I've been playing left-handed, which is really weird, but that's like a very slow game. I mean, have any of you played the game?
Of what game?
Disco Elysium.
Disco Elysium.
No, I heard they were commies, so I didn't play the game.
They got really good reviews at the Game Awards like 2 years ago, but
yeah, they also had a portrait of Stalin in their conference room.
Oh.
I mean, don't we all? Am I right? That was a joke. That was a joke.
Yeah. To me, it's like, I don't really care what the allegiance are. I was given the game. I should play the game because I was given the game to review it a while ago. But it's very, very slow starting. I'm not a fan of the click to walk. I feel that it makes the game longer. There's a lot of stuff you can't do until you get the right skills, so you have to like kind of walk back and forth with everything. So it's definitely very slow and a little weird. But actually, if you guys really want a funny, weird story, I was actually called a Nazi, and I can't even make that up.
What?
What kind of racist hate crime did you commit for that one?
So, wait, I
Guess you went to the grocery store without a mask on?
Oh Jesus!
No, oh no, this is even better. I saved this story for you guys because I know that you would like this. I got cancel cultured, so fuck me. You're gonna like this story.
You're like the first ever Hawaiian Nazi.
Apparently so.
Gosh.
You're a Hawatsi.
Oh.
So we were on the boat and we play board games. We love board games. We bring board games. And when there's nothing to do, we sit down in a place that can bring us drinks, whatever we need, and we play board games.
Racist.
I know, right? Wait. I swear to God, wait till you hear this story. I can't even make this up. So we were walking to a show. We were going early to a show on the boat, and I passed a really nice family. Like, the guy was sitting there playing with him, who, to this story, unfortunately, I have to say this, not to be racist. He was white. His wife was like Korean or
racist.
Chinese.
Oh, you Nazi, racist.
He was like, his wife was Chinese. His daughter, who was 15, was also more on the Chinese side. And his son, who was 9, was also on the Chinese side. And then I guess they were playing with an uncle or something who was like my age, maybe. Probably younger. Really nice people. So I'm walking by and they're playing a game called Secret Hitler. Now, Secret Hitler is from the same makers as Cards Against Humanity, if you know that game. The whole point of the game is that you're trying to like get fascism or communism. You're trying to root out who's the communist. It's like a joke. It's actually a really good game. So I walked by it. I was like, oh my God, you guys are playing Secret Hitler. I love that game. That's a great it's called a social deduction game, and it started the whole social deduction movement in board gaming. And so I stop, and now nobody notices in my group that I stopped because nobody pays attention to me. So everybody's going. I'm like, guys, they're playing Secret Hitler. Because, oh my God, I kid you not, the table right next to him was apparently Jewish, and they proceeded to call them Nazis, and they made the 15-year-old girl cry so bad she was hyperventilating. We had to actually go to...
Why am I laughing?
No, it's terrible. It's terrible.
Well, the part she left out was when she was flagging down her friends, and she was saying, guys, and she had her hand straight up in the air.
Sing Heil.
She was like, guys, nine.
Right? I felt so bad. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to like cause a scene. He's like, it's not your fault. So wait, it gets better. If it could get better, it actually gets better. So now these people are like, how dare you? How dare you play a game called Hitler? They didn't ask about the game. They didn't want to know about the game. They heard Hitler and they just called us Nazis. They're like, we're Jewish. How dare you use Hitler as a name? I'm like, this guy's like, it's a game. It's a game. My friend Carl, because he felt so bad for the 15-year-old. Now my friend Carl, he used to be a linebacker in high school football. He stood between the two tables, and the guy insulting him just looked at him like, what the hell am I going to do? He literally stopped his pants because he didn't know what to do. There's this big guy standing in front of him. And my friend, who is also Jewish, went over and said, no, I'm Jewish and I support this game. And the woman is like, well, you're a bad Jew.
Called him a bad Jew.
Wow.
Not like you were playing like Mein Kampf, the board game.
Whoa.
All
right, moving on.
Wow.
Yeah. So I had to go to the security office with them and put a report in. In my report, I was like, what does that say? I was like, oh, it says I think they're Nazis because only a Nazi would be upset we're trying to find Nazis and kill them.
Oh my gosh.
And I figured if they're making up stuff about us, I'm going to make up stuff about them.
Hashtag not a Nazi. Like, so what if I got blonde hair and blue eyes? That's got nothing to do with it.
Like, honestly, you should have been like, Oh, you're offended? Well, you killed Jesus. So I mean,
Oh, dang.
That's hard facts, actually. Yeah.
Well, this would have never happened if you hadn't killed Jesus in the first place. You're welcome. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right. So, go ahead.
definitely
finish
wouldn't
your
go on the Proven Gamer Network.
No.
So I was like, oh my God. I was like, I just cannot wait. So then it gets better. So the entire time, every time I saw the little boy, who's again only like, he's 9 years old, he was like, I'm gonna go get a game so we can play. And his mother's like, no, she's busy. She can't play a board game with you. Like all the 9-year-old kid wanted to do was play a board game. He was so excited.
Dang. Yeah. There's so many jokes I want to make that I'm trying really hard I'm not to go that far.
Oh man, do it.
No, even I think there's a limit to what should be said sometimes. But since we're in story time, before I tell you guys what I've been playing, so today my son has been bugging me for a couple weeks to take him to the batting cages. And I was like, we'll go next weekend. But I've been studying and trying to get ready for my exam. And I was supposed to have my exam today. But I ended up pushing it out a few more days to next week because I'm not scoring high enough on my pretest to feel comfortable. And like, I kind of got in my head about it and I was like, I'm gonna fail. I gotta just a couple more days, hardcore studying. It's birthday weekend. So yesterday was my youngest son's birthday. Tomorrow's my wife's birthday. And then Tuesday is my daughter's birthday. So it's just so a lot going on. We're busy. I need to be able to just sit down and study, blah, blah, blah. 5-hour podcasts don't help either. And so, I was like, all right, I'm going to push it back. So I pushed it back and then we decided to go out for brunch today. So we go out for brunch. And while we're there, my son's like, Dad, you've been promising to take me to the batting cages. You've been promising. I'm like, we're going to go. But first, let's go get you some new pants, do some shopping, whatever, some things we needed to do. And then we'll hit the batting cages. So we go shopping, we hit the batting cages. And the whole time we went to Frankie's Fun Park, which I don't know if you guys have a Frankie's where you're at, but
I've never even heard of it.
So Frankie's Fun Park.
I've been.
It's like the hour big arcade with
it's like a bigger scale Chuck E. Cheese with go-karts and
right, like
an arcade putt.
Chuck E. Cheese is a crap hole.
Blackbeard's Kalai. You ever go to Blackbeard's cave?
Ooh, no, what is that?
It's a pirate. So
no, wait, where is that?
It's in Beechwood. It's actually closed now. It doesn't exist anymore technically.
Oh, well, you got to remember, I grew up in Cape May, so.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
Not like the Cape May Zoo, though. So
Frankie's Fun Park is a full-scale arcade. They've got batting cages, go-karts, bumper boats, like a drop zone ride, so a laser tag, all that stuff.
Oh, wait, let me ask you about that. So I just want to tell you that when I was in the boat, I absolutely got to do bumper cars.
There you go.
I just think it's funny that every time you keep saying this, we keep interrupting. You keep trying to repeat this. No, sorry. Go on.
Here I thought you actually got to do bumper cars. Wow.
I know. I really did get to do bumper cars. It was really great. I was laughing hysterically. Anyways, go on.
Okay. So, we the whole time we're doing the batting cage stuff, I'm like, told my son, I was like, we're going to go do the go-karts, and the go-karts are pretty fast. They got a nice little go-kart track. And he was like, nah, man, last time I got on there, I like did really bad. And like, they pulled me off because he kept wrecking. He was panicking. And my son, he's got a little bit of anxiety like his mama. And he was getting kind of worked up. I'm like, nah, dude, the only way to overcome your fears is to just go and do it. I'll be with you. We'll be good. So Pax and I got in a 2-seater. Everyone else got their own car. I mean, he's been driving my golf cart and stuff. Like, sure. I'm like, he's going to be fine. So when we get there, I'm like, I should probably give my wife my wallet and my phone and my keys and stuff for her bag. And I'm like, nah, I'm wearing big enough pants. I'll just kind of put everything in my pocket, tuck it in. We're good. I get seated. I like slide all of my stuff kind of towards my lap. I'm like, yeah, this is good. We're nice and secure in here. And we start going. And man, I don't know. They just must have given me like the good go-kart today. because Pax and I, we were wearing out some drifting and some turns, and we were just having a blast. We're both just going, woo! We're like screaming and yelling, and we're like whipping it in. Little do I know that my wallet and my phone fly out of my pocket. It's like, dude, middle of the first lap, right?
No,
I'm not kidding.
Into the track?
Into the track. So then my second lap, there's like all these little bits and pieces of things hit me in the face. I'm like, oh man, something's breaking. Yeah.
Oh no.
My oldest son said the same thing too. And on my second or third lap, I see an explosion of money and cards and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh God, no, that's my wallet. I mean, everything. I had between $60 to $100 in my pocket. Like somewhere in there. I know it wasn't 100 because I broke, and got change, and we spent $15 reloading it in the batting cage. So like there was $60+ in my wallet. All my cards, my CWP, all that stuff, all the important things that I don't ever want to have to re-go get because of how much that sucks.
How many people jumped out of their bumper cars at that exact moment?
Because these things are flying. Like we're going. And so my second time around, I mean, we're still screaming. We're having the time of our lives. We're like, I mean, you know what? There's nothing I can do about it when this is all said and done. I'll go get my crap. I'll get one of the staff members to help me. You can't stop and get it. It just is what it is. So then my next lap, I see my phone on the ground and my son who was in front of me running it over. I kid you not, that happened. I watched him run over. So then my wife said that she saw him on another lap run it over too. She goes, everyone else was kind of dodging it. My son was running over my phone almost intentionally. But he said he wasn't, but it's okay.
He said that we need a new phone.
Yeah, so Pax and I were drifting hard. I mean, we were like really hitting these curves, and I was like cutting in between people, and like you're not supposed to bump these. And so we were scrubbing a little paint, and we were driving aggressive. So I go to cut in front of my oldest, and he just spins like left real hard, and I spin him out, and then we both crash into the wall. So while we're stopped, the staff member comes over. I'm like, dude, my wallet is in the track. It blew up everywhere. My phone's out there, all this stuff. So, he goes and grabs everything kind of as we're passing by, whatever. No cash shows back up, of course. So, at the end of the race, we get out, we get everything. We're all laughing. My wife's kind of like frustrated and frazzled and stuff. She's like worried about it. I'm like, look, there's nothing you can do. Just enjoy the race. Like, we can't stop and go get it. So, when it was all said and done, I told 2 other staff members kind of about everything, and they managed to find $6 of my $60+ that was left. My wallet was just like torn to pieces. My phone, believe it or not, the OtterBox held up. So the phone itself was fine. It shattered my screen to pieces. But I was able to go to a local place right down the road, and within 30 minutes, they had me a new screen on there and a tempered glass, and my phone works. Like, it's pretty crazy. When we took the phone out of the OtterBox, it then disintegrated into tiny little pieces, but it held together as intended. So you can go about 30 miles an hour, on a track running your phone over in an OtterBox, and it will survive. So it was awesome. So then they hand me my busted, broken phone and my torn to shredded up wallet and my $6. And I'm like, well, this trip just cost us $350. But you know what? My son did a great job on the go-karts. And even though we wrecked really hard, he came away from it very positive. He overcame his nervousness and his fear. And we had a blast.
That's good.
And I got a new phone screen.
There you go.
All right. As for me, as far as what I've been playing, not very much since the last time we recorded. I beat Wet. I was playing that last week when we were doing the show. That game is equally as frustrating as it is enjoyable.
Only that platforming stuff. And like that last sequence where you have to jump between the cars. Oh, God.
Dude, the fire sequence, like where the camera position changes. Yeah. So it could all of a sudden decide you want to jump left for no reason. Overall I enjoyed the game, but it was extremely frustrating when you're like, you go through a level, you go through a sequence, and you're like, I'm having so much fun. This is awesome. The hack and slash, the killing, the Quentin Tarantino vibes of everything, like this is great. And then like out of nowhere, it's like, wow, like I just died 700 times from bad platforming. Like I played the whole game start to finish, never died once in combat. But in platforming 100 plus times, easy. It was there were certain parts of the game where I was so frustrated. I was like, I'm going to turn this off and never play this again. So I immediately decided I am not going for the platform. I mean, for the platinum, but I did enjoy the game overall. Like it is a
Quitter.
Yeah, most definitely, 100%. But it's a cool game. Like it's a cool premise, and like it really, really sucks that this game didn't get a sequel or even a remaster. God, dog, a remaster would be amazing. Fix these platforming controls a little bit. So, overall, enjoyable experience. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad it's over though, because I just wasn't loving that. My kids and I have been doing some streaming. We've been playing Five Nights at Freddy on stream. So we did a stream last night until about 2 a.m. It was like, I don't know, like 11 when we started, and we streamed till about 2 a.m. That's what my son wanted to end his birthday with. He wanted a birthday stream. So we got on there, finished Security Breach. We actually beat the game. Now we're kind of chipping away at multiple endings, we might go for the platinum. I'm not sure. Right now, the kids are having fun doing it. They like streaming. We get a decent amount of people in there to watch us and hang. Even last night, we had 6 people in the room at one time. Joe jumped in. We had 6 people in the room at one time, somewhere between around midnight. So that was pretty
crazy.
Cool.
I was like, you guys are streaming so late. I was like, Darrell, like, not taking care of his kids? What's going on?
Nah, man. It's because we did it because it was birthday, and because I've been in the books every night. Like I'll come home,
carve some time out. I get it.
Yeah. I'll come home and I'll spend time with them. We'll eat together, and like I try to do something with the family, even if that's just like homework. Like we had some rough days this week where we had to sit down and do homework and projects, and kids weren't getting along good, and I mean, like, and this week's been crazy because the COVID numbers spiked real bad. And so then they shut the schools down temporarily for like a quarantine period. But like, I don't know, man, like one kid was out for 10 days because someone in the class got COVID. Then my next kid was out for 10 days because someone got COVID. Then the whole school shut down the next day.
Trophy.
Wow. So I don't know. I was just trying to make time with them because they were stuck in my office, and then they were trying to do virtual school. And then when we were home, we're doing homework, and it was a pain. So I really try to like just make sure my time with them is intentional. And then, I'll eventually die from sleep deprivation at some point in time in my life. So we played some Five Nights at Freddy's. We played a little bit of Last Kids on Earth, the Staff of Doom. It has the potential to be a good game, but there's something weird about it's one of those top-down dungeon crawler style games with the isometric view, like it's like a little bit angled, and you can run around. It's like a hack and slash beat 'em up kind of thing.
Like Diablo?
Yeah, like very much like Diablo, but you can see the whole screen like Ultimate Alliance, not like Diablo where things are kind of dark and blocked off or whatever.
Interesting.
Very much like Gauntlet and things like that. A great game. Well, I say it could be a great game, but you really cannot get that far away from each other. Like you can't even go the length of the whole screen before people get stuck on things or stuck behind things. And it's very frustrating because like I like to go and clear the map and break everything, get all the coins and money and all the stuff. Whereas my kids kind of want to mainline it. And I don't know, it's a little frustrating to play. So I'm having to like kind of kick back my OCD and allow them to just mainline and just play along. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I would imagine Jumanji's not very different from this game. Like I haven't played Jumanji,
It's
Joe.
different.
It's not top down. It's not like a dungeon crawler.
Oh, it's a third person game.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's just single player though?
No, it's co-op.
So you can couch co-op?
Yeah. I believe
Really?
so. Yeah, I believe you can couch co-op local with 4 people.
Huh. Well, this game's not bad, but it's just, I don't know. It's not love. I'm going to play it, but we've been playing a little bit of Nidgehog. I don't know if you guys have ever played Nidgehog before.
Yeah, Nidgehogg's fun.
Dude, it's really fun. It's really fun. I think it's on PS Now as well. It's Zach, if you play it on PS Now, it's a 2D side scrolling fencing game.
I can see it. Yep.
Some very interesting physics. And I don't know that it's fun playing it by yourself, but playing it with playing with my kids. Oh my gosh, dude, the physics in it and just like the really high speed like way you can kill each other and jump off of things and drop kick each other and roll into each other's feet, kick your feet out from under each other and break their necks. Like it's stupid fun. Like, and we're laughing. I mean, and just we just played a couple rounds today while my wife was getting ready to go so we can go to eat brunch and stuff. And I mean, we were just cackling and laughing, having a good time, and it was fun. We passed the controller, take turns. It's a good time. It's a very fun party game. I would imagine. If you, I don't know how much your wife enjoys playing games, but this is something y'all can play together. I don't know if your setup permits that, but it's fun. Short bursts, quick rounds, some really decent trophies for. It's only 12 of them, but like. The first 7 were super easy to get, but like it was fun. And then I guess the next thing I'll talk about, I'll end with this, is I put in the Saboteur. Last year,
great.
Yes, it really is. Like I am blown away like by the concept and the
There's supposed to be a sequel to that too.
It's very interesting. I didn't realize it was an open world sandbox game. I had no idea. I thought it was like a third person stealth game. And so I put it in and it had to install or whatever. And I just put this in when I got home and was getting ready to get on the show with you guys. And so I was like, man, I got less than an hour. I can't take one of my pre-tests or do one of my, my modules in that time. So I was like, you know what? I'll play a little bit of games and tomorrow all day long is just going to be studying. So I was like, I'll play the Saboteur because last year, we kind of did like a backlog draft where we had picked games from our backlog that we said we were going to focus on. And I've had this list on my phone for a while and I never like finished it. Like I didn't beat all the games that I had set on that list. So as a matter of fact, I barely beat any of them. So I decided, I was like, you know what? I'm going to put those to the top now. Outside of the things that the patrons have chosen for me to play, like I'm going to start focusing on that list. And so I put that in and, How Long to Beat says it's about an 11-hour campaign. So we'll see. It'll probably take me much longer than that just because I move a lot slower. But I put it in and the aesthetic and I'm in. So you start off inside of like I don't know, is a brothel, I guess. I don't know if they've got, very scantily clad women dancing and there's all the Nazis that are in there. It takes place obviously during World War II.
My people?
Yeah, all the Kalai's people are in there, yeah. And so, and you're just sitting at the bar
there's
drinking.
Kawatsis in it? Damn.
Yeah, there's Kawatsis in there. And anyways, it's all in color, And it starts off with like some chick dancing and singing with like nipple tassels on. Like, whoa, I didn't expect the game to start like that. And so then like you start the mission and when you leave that building, it's in black and white. And the only color is like the red headlights or taillights on your your taillights on your car. And then like this burnt yellow orange, like an amber light, So red and this yellow are really the only colors that stand out in the open world so far. I've only played, this was just the one mission that I had played. And I was like, man, this is awesome. And so I just, I did the tutorial mission, and then it was cool. And then it cuts back to like a prologue and that's all back in full color. So far open world, third person action sandbox game, and the way it's jumping with the visual aesthetic is really freaking cool. And then I looked it up. I'm like, who made this in this pandemic? And I'm like, no wonder they were so freaking good. So I really hate EA closed that studio down. So, but I'm definitely going to finish this game. I'm going to see it through. The story is just clicking so far. I'm like, I like the setting. I like the aesthetics of it. I think this is going to be really cool. So, but that's me. That's what I've been playing. So, before we get into the leaderboards and the backlog beatdown, if you guys don't mind checking out our Patreon, we've got all kinds of crazy good content up there. And this coming month's Super Loot Bros episode is going to be about a 3.5-4 hour episode that Zach, Joe, and Tricky and I recorded this past week. We got done with our show in about an hour and a half, the actual main show.
Yeah, it was about an hour and a half, I would say.
Yeah, it was actually interesting. Usually when we all get together, we have stories like we did tonight. We have things where we get derailed. There weren't a ton of community questions, and we got through the backlog recap fairly fast. So it was like, man, we just kind of started shooting the breeze and just carrying conversation, and that picked up and went for what ended up being a total of a 5-hour long stretch in one night. So what I'm doing is I'm taking that conversation, and that's going to be the upcoming Super Loot Bros. If you're not a patron, this is totally a time to get in there and check this out. We have conversations about bands that we've seen. We have conversations about like wrestling and wrestling events. We have conversations about the previous backlog beatdowns to be legit. We talk about hunting trophies. We talk about the early days of Loot Bros and Remember the Loot. We talk about Proven Gamer. I mean, like we just go like just a couple friends hanging out, having conversation. It was awesome. It was one of the best podcasting experiences I've ever had. What'd you guys think?
Oh, I loved it.
It was a blast. It was an absolute blast.
It was funny. There was a lot of ribbon going on back and forth, a lot of trash talk. So it was good. It's been a long time since we've ever just kind of, ripped off like that and just had, conversation. It was cool. So that was definitely. I'm looking forward to posting that. It was very tempting to post it early and just let it ride, but I'm gonna say that one. This was a good one for the patrons. A nice meaty Super Loot Bros for this.
I just got a trophy.
Wow! Wow!
Nice.
Speaking of trophies,
what?
Zach, why don't you take us over to the Loot Bros custom leaderboards?
All right, so starting with the True Trophies leaderboard, in first place with 246 trophies is Affectatious Donk. Been playing some Speedway racing.
Oh, damn, that turd's back in the standings.
CJ is back. Yeah, guess who's back?
In second place, we got Miss Lightsight with 92 trophies.
Dang, straight killing it.
Third place with 77 trophies, Mr. TMNT84, Joe.
Woot, woot.
Okay, there you go, Joe.
And then I'll take it down to fifth. In fourth place this week, Residentdarrell with 68 trophies playing some Nidgehog.
Okay, yeah, that's not too bad.
And
I knew I was going to have a very light week just because most of my week was studying.
Yeah, that's fair. I
hear a lot of excuses.
Yeah, mine was rough. I was I think I'm like ninth. Yeah, I'm all the way down to ninth. So, and then in fifth place this week is Mr. Gaz Davis 11 with 30 trophies playing some Chess Ultra.
So Gaz has been a superstar this week on the GTTSC, our little trophy hunting event. Like our team has been sucking it up. We've been getting a lot of trophy decay. So each week when they kind of retotal what everybody's been playing and, just the normal, trophy popping that happens in the universe, man, we took some major hits. MZ is still negative 200 plus points. I was in the negative. And I had popped 100 points worth of stuff and still was in the negative. I'm finally in the positive, but again, I haven't really been able to focus and get much done. And so Gaz is like 1,500 positive points. And that's the trophy difference, based from rarity and then the actual normal point value. So he's really holding it down for us. So we stay alive this week.
Yeah. I popped some of those Chess Ultra trophies while we were doing our PSN Profiles event. They definitely boosted us up a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Makes a big difference.
Moving over to the True Achievements leaderboard. In first place this week, the Alpha Seagal with 1,470 achievement points.
Yeah.
Playing some Mirror's Edge.
The first one or Catalyst?
Mirror's Edge, just the first one.
Okay. That's not... I wanted to enjoy that game. It's not terrible.
Yeah, everyone said good things about it, so I don't know. That might be one of my games I'll play this year because I've never played it either. So
It's interesting. It's a parkour game. Like it's
Okay.
very
It's
interesting.
fun. It's really good. It's really quick too.
well, I got a couple of longer games I want to get through this year, so we'll see. In second place, we got Sony Pony to You with 675 achievement points.
Oh, getting it, CJ.
In third place, we got I'm Styling on You Bro with 525 achievement points. Playing some Microsoft Solitaire.
Mm.
And
Nice.
then in fourth place, we got the Iron Vein with 275 achievement points playing the Gunk.
There you go. Freaking Lucia getting in it.
And we got Redbeard Rick in fifth with 250 achievement points playing Burnout Paradise Remastered.
There you go.
And popping up on the True Achievements leaderboard for once in 5 million years, we have Josh Has Issues.
Roblox?
Yep. The Walking Idea playing. He's not playing Roblox. We all know it's
No.
not him, but
No, it's not him. It's his, I guess, stepdaughter.
yep. So congratulations. You made it on the leaderboard without actually having to
Finally.
play any games.
Yep.
Not only is he a Patreon producer, but he's getting other people to play games for him.
Oh no, that's not
No,
T-Bird. That's Josh.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's Mr. Krabs.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Well, congrats to that guy. He's
Yep.
getting swollen the Jim Frosty, so
It's so cute to see those two together again.
the clanging and banging.
They're banging, definitely.
The only clanging and banging they're doing.
There's no dumbbells in here. No, just my balls. That's
Wow.
That's an Adam Sandler joke. All right, you guys want to do some backlog beatdown?
Sure. Zach wanted us to let us know that he is tired of my Nazi ways and bounced.
Did he just get dropped?
He did just get dropped, and he just sent me us a message.
Oh wow!
So
Wait, what?
He says he's tired of her Nazi ways.
Who just said that?
Zach's not in the call anymore.
Oh my gosh, man! Tonight has been tech issues for
Oh
sure.
no! Are you serious?
Yeah. Did you check our group? That's what he just said.
Well, you know what? We'll get into the backlog beatdown while he's while he's trying to. You PC Master Race guys. I just want you to know, I call your bluff. PC Master Race is trash. You guys have all these high end rigs. You have more problems than me. Backlog beatdown 3, the BLB3. We is off to the freaking races now, man. This week was freaking killer. In first place.
I have it up.
Oh, you want to read it?
I figured I'd give you a break this week. I thought you wanted me to read it, so I brought it up.
Oh no, I had it brought up. So yeah. No, you by all means take it away, Kalai.
In first place, we have the man himself, the man from down under, CJ. It's
right.
all right. He's Australian. Second place is EDJ3DG at 14.
Hey, yeah, so CJ's got 19 points.
Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big killer.
Joe, man, you're killing it with 12. Daryl and Gareth is at 9. JT is at 6. Everybody else is at 2. We actually have no zeros because we can't have any negatives this year. So if you do go negative, I'm going to be really impressed. I'm looking at you, CJ.
Don't tempt him with a good time. He'll find a way.
Right?
So yeah, it's so far so good. Yeah, everyone who's joined in has posted up some points and doing well. I expect to see some more names popping up here soon because there's way more people entered into the group than there are on the list so far. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Anything else you want to add to that, Kalai?
Well, we already talked about the fact that if you platinum a game, you're not going to get that you're not going to get that +1 because it was for 2000 before 2022. That's only for beating a game because we took away the negative this year.
Yep.
So we're trying to encourage you to play your older games.
Well, so far we've had people actually write in and say, "Hey, I platinumed this game. I beat the game last year, but I platinumed it this year," and I've been able to go and check, look into it. And so far we've had, and so far everything's been on the up and up. We don't have any exceptions. We don't have any cheating yet.
Well, actually, you know what? That reminds me, because I got distracted because it was my turn. Actually, those aren't right, because now I gotta update the 3 points for Gareth, because we just determined. Or no, we haven't decided yet. We got to talk about
We'll Gareth, he don't need his points yet. He can be tied with me. He don't need to be ahead. He's just fine. There he is. He's back.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah, I just decided I'd pop back in on you.
PC Master Race at it again, eh?
Pre-built at their finest. It's my computer's like a Ford. It has all proprietary parts.
Yeah.
So yeah, I blame the PC.
Sounds like excuses. It's a PC. It looks like a PC. It fails you like a PC. It's difficult like a PC. It must be a PC.
Well,
that's right. My PlayStation would never do that to me.
Unless your SSD went out.
Well, please God, don't say that and don't give it any ideas.
Hey, I think that's what's actually going on with mine, because it's like Windows didn't load correctly, and I'm just like, it was loading just fine.
Ugh, that sounds disgusting. Please don't. I don't want expensive. No SSDs going down.
Depending on what SD you're looking at.
It's an M.2.
That's really expensive. I've got 2 of them.
Yeah, well, I about to say that proprietary PlayStation SSD can't be cheap.
No,
it's just a regular 2.5 inch SSD.
That's what
replace it for like $50.
Yeah, I don't believe that for a second. All right, here we go. Community questions. You nerds ready?
Yep.
As ready as I'll ever be.
All right, so I'm going to bring it up on my other screen. Why am I looking to the side? This week, what I did was I reached out into the Facebook group. I reached out into the Discord, and I asked you, the community, a question. We want to know what you guys are hyped for this year. What you're looking forward to? What's on your radar? So Matt G writes in, he says, looking forward to Horizon Forbidden West and the Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak DLC. What's better, the 80s cartoon of Transformers, G.I. Joe, or the Ninja Turtles? I think you got disqualified on this one, Joe.
Well, I answered, and he was shocked with my answer, because it's not. Everyone thinks like, oh man, I think Ninja Turtles is the best cartoon ever. No, I love Ninja Turtles. It's not the best cartoon ever. That cartoon has a lot of flaws. I said G1 Transformers. I think it's probably my favorite cartoon of all time. Honestly.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's dope.
I think G.I. Joe resonated with me harder than those three. I mean, out of those three. Right. I really loved G.I. Joe. Ninja Turtles I love, but I didn't love the 80s version. I love the 90s and early 2000s Ninja Turtles. I have a lot of the 80s on DVDs, and like going back and watching them and listening to them, like, because a lot of times in the van I'll put them on for the kids and I'll listen to it and I'm like, oof.
They're super cheesy, man.
Yeah, they are. And then
like
Shredder's
Vitamins Hulk Hogan crap.
Yeah, and Shredder's a friggin' chump. Like,
yep.
They make him a scrub. So I don't know. What about you, Kalai?
The Smurfs.
He's like Gem.
Smurfs. What are you watching? The Nazi cartoons?
The Smurfs, or maybe Rainbow Bright. Or
you just watching Boomerang.
You have to say the My Little Ponies, and not before they made it into whatever this is today.
Yo, that My Little Ponies Friendship Magic is a dope show. I watched it with my daughter, and I'm like, wow, this show's actually pretty good.
Except that it attracted the wrong crowd. Have you ever met a
brony? Yeah.
Brody.
Listen, bro, like, they are entitled to like what they want to like. Like, I actually find the show's well written. I'm not gonna lie. Like you know, call me a brony, call me what you want. Like,
giving these nerds the opportunity to like what they like and not be bothered, not be hazed or ruined is really, really putting a damper on society as a whole. I think it's time to bully bronies.
Jeez.
Not
well.
Let's go.
Daryl just got rid of a whole demographic of our audience.
Yep. Bro, we had the bronies locked down. I was one of them. You could have had it.
Daryl, except that the problem I have is with the bronies, a lot of them don't have kids. So could you imagine a 30-year-old guy coming up and talking to your daughter about My Little Pony?
No, because guys like that get shot.
Exactly. That's why I have a problem with the bronies, because I'm like, that's... It's just a little weird. That's all I'm saying. It's just a little weird.
So,
Why does every challenge in this game start at Bill's Taco number 4?
so okay.
As the Miz would say, correct.
There you go. All right. Gareth Davis writes in and says the games he's looking forward to playing this year, although some have already released, are Kenya, Bridge of Spirits, Spider-Man Miles Morales, and Biomutant.
Yeah, that's not how this works. You can't pick games that didn't come out this year.
It said the not released games would be Gran Turismo 7.
Let's fucking go!
Get it. Shout out. Get it. You know what? I think I might bite on this one. I haven't played a Gran Turismo in a while.
It's going to suck.
Get some Gran Turismo hype.
I know. Why would you do that when you have Game Pass, which gives you access to Forza Horizon, which is a fantastic game?
Well, you see, Kalai, if you would have listened to the show last week,
I did. I don't remember it.
Joe definitely said he was really looking forward to Gran Turismo 7 because he's kind of jealous of all of us playing for Forza Horizon 5.
Oh, no, I remember that. I'm actually talking to Daryl, who just said he's thinking about buying it, but Daryl does have Game Pass.
I've got 2 Xboxes and a gaming PC. I've got Game Pass, and I will pass. GT7 for me. So I don't know.
I'll give Phil my money, but I'm not gonna play any of his games.
I don't want to
give Phil my money, but I'm not gonna like it.
I don't want to play the Xbox. That's just my stance. I don't like it. I don't have fun. It's just I don't like the controller. I don't like the interface.
So
I just
you didn't
don't like it.
You don't like Gears of War?
I liked Gears of War. Yeah, back when 1, 2, 3, and Judgment came out. Gears 5 was okay. Gears 4 sucked. I don't know. I'm not digging it. I'm not in the Xbox mood. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So this is a confession on the show. Nitro, MZ Nitro. This game is baller, bro. This Need for Speed Payback, great game.
Okay, so wait. I thought you said it sucked earlier.
Yeah, he was talking so much trash about it.
I've been playing it for the last how long we've been recording now? I don't even know, but it's good. It's real good.
There you go.
Just the racing aspect, not the game, not the storyline. Storyline's balls, but I didn't really come to a racing game for a storyline.
There you go. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not committing to GT7, but
do it, bro.
I don't do
it,
sim.
dog.
I don't do sim. It's not my thing, but I will try it. I think. So,
got to get a wheel.
I know, man. I know. Dude, a haptic wheel? Oh, my God. All right. James McCall writes in and says he's interested in playing Nobody Saves the World, Starfield. Well, sorry.
Hold on a second. Did you say a haptic wheel?
Yes.
They're all haptic, Daryl. They're wheels.
Not all of them have force feedback. I think that's what he meant.
Yeah. Not all.
Well, if you get a good one, most of the ones that you can get for PlayStation, they all have feedback.
Okay.
You can't.
I'm about to say, I know there's some cheapy ones, but those things can get pricey. A couple $100.
Not really anymore. They really don't make the cheapy ones anymore because it's such a niche audience. They don't waste their time making the cheapy ones anymore. I just looked at a wheel for PS5 the other day, and it was I think it was a Logitech. I don't remember what the name of it was, but it was $2 something. And I was like, that's half the price of the damn console.
The cheapest wheel you can find right now are the Thrustmaster ones. They're $100.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking about. I mean,
I found one off of Facebook for $30. I mean, I love it. It changed how I played racing games.
Yeah, I'm not that into sim racing. I've never been into sim racing. I've got multiple Gran Turismos, and I played Gran Turismo on the PS1.
So did I.
It's been a while though. It's been a while since I dug into one, so I just think I might want to dabble. I'm not saying
pour one out for GTA or pour one out for GT2, man. The best racing game ever.
That was a good one. It's a real good one. So
3's really good too, though, on PS2.
Yep. I played a little bit of 5 on a trip once. I can't remember where I was. I was going to say stationed at, but I think I was doing some work training. Brought GT5 and was sitting up in my hotel, just kind of playing some racing. It's pretty good. James also says he's looking forward to Plague Tale Requiem. Yes, sir. Yes, freaking sir. I'm selling on you. One. Go ahead.
Is that the sequel to the first?
Yeah, you finish the first one and we'll do a spoiler cast on it, man. That's a great game.
I mean, I should just finish that game.
I think Kalai's beat it
too.
Hell
The first
yeah.
one, Plague Tale Innocence, that's
Yeah.
on my list.
That's not a
Dude.
long game either, is it?
No.
No.
It's really sick.
12
Did you
hours?
Did you even play it yet? At all, Zach?
Nope, I haven't even started
Dude,
it.
man, I played the
Dude.
first chapter. I was blown away at what
That's
they were,
on
what
Game
they were
Pass.
pulling off.
Yeah, it is. It's on my list. I have a whole sticky note full of games that I want to play this year.
Now check it out. Now I will say the preferred way to play is on PS5. The haptic feedback with all the rats when they get near you and how you can feel that in the controller.
Oh hell no.
Yes, it is, Kalai. It is insane.
Dude, it's
It is
gross.
insane.
Cool,
So,
but gross.
it really is. But I mean, like, it feels like there's little rats and stuff crawling around in your controller. It is wild.
It's gross.
Yes, it's
I hope
dope.
they do that for the next Horizon game too. With the
Oh my gosh, dude. The haptic feedback changes the experience. Like, it just adds that next level of like,
it just makes my hands hurt. Like,
I'm not talking about
Like tricky?
I'm not talking about the
Yeah.
resistance and the triggers. I'm talking about the haptic feedback, the actual vibration. All right, I'm stalling you, bro. Writes in and says, I'm looking forward to Elden Ring and Gran Turismo 7, but I have a feeling GT7 will be great. I think it was a typo. He wrote suck, but I'm pretty sure he meant great.
No, I'm pretty sure it sucks.
Pretty sure he meant great. I'm pretty sure he just spelled it wrong. So.
wow.
CJ writes in and says, Techland woo woo, recently boasted it would take 500 hours to 100% complete Dying Light 2. There's been a general cry from the community about the length, with one poster on Twitter commenting, or one maybe poser on Twitter commenting. I don't think that's as big a selling point as you think. Later, they clarified that the actual story could be finished in 20 to 30 hours, coming in at 500 hours, 3 times the length of AC Valhalla, and putting it in the league of Destiny 2 and Final Fantasy 15. Or was that 14? That's 14. Do you think a game like this can provide engaging content for that length of time, has been proven by these other 2 properties? It is simply a case of, or is it simply a case of filler content? Bigger is better, busy work, blah, blah, blah. I would say that given their track record with Dying Light, going forward, Dying Light 2, no. 500 hours is a lot, but the way they've supported Dying Light for the past 5 years, like constantly trickling in content and having these seasonal events, like I saw that as like as huge selling point, a huge plus. I don't think, and I read the tweets and I read the post when it came out. Whenever they said 500 hours, to 100% everything, they're not talking about 500 hours to 100% the trophy or achievement list. You know, all that, they said all that can be done way less. Of course, they did come in and clarify that. But yeah, dude, will they nail 500 hours worth of content? Sure. Yeah. If you think about what they got right now, right? So with Dying Light, I don't remember, we'll say 30 hours to complete and do everything in Dying Light, maybe 40 hours. I don't remember. Then you have the multiplayer stuff. You have and I say multiplayer because it changes the way the game plays. Play Dying Light by yourself, play Dying Light with a friend. It's 2 different games. They're not even, like, I can't imagine really having much real tension playing with a friend. Because when we play together, Kalai, you played with me. It's off it's bonkers. It's off the rails.
It really is. It's just the same that it's probably one of the worst endings in video games ever.
I mean, it's the ending, the finish wasn't great, but I mean, like, especially compared to how fluid and crazy the game was playing, and then you have like a QTE finish or whatever. But I mean, that's not uncommon, you know. But like, that game it's just wild. Like, but playing it by yourself and being immersed in the story and the atmosphere and stuff, like, it can get super intense. Playing it with a friend, pretending you're Spider-Man, drop kicking enemies' heads off in slow motion, like, it's just insane. So you have the multiplayer, the co-op version. Then you have the weekly task, the community events that they do. What they did so many crossovers with Dying Light. They were like, oh, we're going to cross over with Chivalry. So now we've got these random infected that have knight armor on and these crazy buckets on their heads. Hunt them down and kill them, and you'll get blueprints for new gear. And you can craft these like near unbreakable swords that are just absolutely amazing. You know, and I'm sure that's what they're talking about. I'm sure that when they say 500 hours, it's going to be just, they've got this stuff planned out. There's tons and tons of these, like for Easter. The Easter events are the best. They do these Easter egg hunts, and you have these tiny little disgruntled zombies that have like a dead Easter bunny costume on, and you have to do an Easter egg hunt, and it's grenades that are just spray painted different colors. And when you kill, and when you hunt down these little Easter bunnies, you kill them, you get these you get grenades, and they're just colored, and it's just, and there's like a community event. It'll be like, 100, collect 100,000 or 10, a million freaking Easter eggs. And you just have to scavenge through the world, find them, and kill these little Easter bunnies. I mean, there's so much cool content. They did DLC forever. I mean, then they did the whole DLC expansion, which I'm sure they're going to do more of on this one. So then they did the Hell Raid, which is like like a horde based kind of thing. Like, it's a ton. I'm sure 500 hours is probably not everything that you'll get more than 500 hours out of it for sure. Now, do I think it's going to be in the ballpark of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, where you have like these super intricate, bless you, these super intricate, meaningful like side quests and stuff? And I don't know. The side quests in Dying Light were just absurd. Like, they were hilarious. Some of them. Like,
yes, I really did like the side quests.
If you mainline the game, it's pretty straightforward and it takes itself pretty serious, right? But then there's like side quests where you have this guy who he's living in his hut with his mom, and his mom is like a blow up doll that's been dressed up, and he feeds and talks to her, and they watch TV together. And he sends you on missions to find things that she needs.
Yep.
And it's just like, the dude's crazy. He's Looney Tunes. And it's just, and again, the collectibles, and then the little story bits, the little notes and things. I mean, it's I've got a lot of time in Dying Light. That's one of my favorite games of all time. And just every time I fire it up, I love it more. So, yeah. Do I think it's going to be AC Valhalla? No. I think Dying Light 2 is kind of going to be its own thing. And we'll see. I mean, there's a lot of hype for that game. For me personally, I don't know. I know Kalai's played it. Joe, have you or Zach, you guys ever played Dying Light?
Not a minute of it.
I played it. I never finished it, though.
So it's very, very good. I highly suggest it. I don't think that's a Game Pass game. I could be wrong.
I haven't seen it. The one that I always think of whenever someone says Dying Light is, I think, The Evil Within, because they came out around the same time.
Roughly, but yeah, completely different games. So, have you played? I know we just talked about it, but I don't remember. Did you say you played Mirror's Edge before?
No.
Okay. This would be
both Mirror's Edge and Catalyst.
What about what's that other game that they did before Dying Light, Joe? You and Corey play it. Dead Island.
Are you talking about Dead Island?
Yeah. Have you played Dead Island, Zach?
Yeah. I played the first one.
Okay, so first person melee focused, zombie game, Dead Island, Dead Island, with over the top, parkour like Mirror's Edge, is essentially the fundamental explanation of the game.
Right.
But it's awesome. It is so awesome. So highly, highly, highly recommend it. All right, EDG 3DJ Diego. I guess he didn't want me to call him Ed. So, okay. So Diego writes in. He says, question. Troy Baker came out this week teaming up with a company around NFTs and basically said, you can...
My favorite topic, Daryl.
Yeah, NFTs, baby. Says you can hate or you can create, when other companies have been coming under fire for looking into them. What are your thoughts on this said situation?
NFTs are dumb.
I agree. I think they're dumb. I think that they're another fad, but the industry, the world, the markets, they all go through fads. Some stick, some don't.
People have made some mad money on NFTs though so far,
which it's insane. People made mad money on pyramid schemes too, and we'll see.
Essentially, what you're doing is you're just buying the rights to an image, to a digital image. That's it. You're buying the rights to use it commercially. I mean, it's not like it's something that is new. It's just this is how they're putting them out now. You can use cryptocurrency to buy them instead. It's just like Fiverr or Etsy or any of these other shops that do digital sales like that.
Yeah, except for the dumb looking apes that people are putting on them.
It is what it is.
What about you, Kalai? How you feel about NFTs?
So, from what I understand, NFTs can be a way for artists to create some really good art and get it out there, which I obviously like. If I can make money off of some dumb ass paying a lot of fucking money for a digital picture, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Also, they also made beer based and used the NFT drawing. So I do have beer from that as well.
How long do you think before someone has an NFT of their butthole?
Probably already out there.
We can make a poop sock NFT.
Oh, dude! Whoa! We got to get on that.
Wait, what's worse? What's worse, the NFTs or a woman selling her farts?
Oh, Lord.
We're not getting into that. That's a question for another week.
Question of the week. Here we go.
Is she bottling the farts? Because I feel like
Mason jar
Yeah.
farts. Oh,
Yeah,
if
no, she was
you're
farting
getting
into a
mason jar
mason
quality
jar, yeah.
farts, I mean, I feel like that's worth more than an NFT, right?
It's a tangible good, though. An actual mason jar with a
you
fart
own
in
it. You own a fart. Like,
Yeah, but once you open that jar, you don't have it anymore.
Well, once
it's a
you
non-fartable token.
did- One- Dude,
That's what everybody tunes in for.
And that's the show, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. Yeah.
Please join us next week.
So basically, we're going to have our own NFTs where we fart in jars and sell them to the community. And we're just going to put little ape stickers on them.
Oh.
They double down as both. You have a digital good, and then we'll
And a
print it out
physical good.
tangibly and put it on a fart jar. So your NFT is NFT to the second power.
No, we'll just
So-
take poops and socks and sell them. Actual poop socks.
Oh my gosh. Joe, I don't think we're attractive enough to sell our poop socks. I think that if we were younger, maybe in our 20s, better looking, more voluptuous, we might
So
be able
you're
to sell
saying
poops.
only Zach can sell his poop socks.
Dang it.
Negative. But I did have something very interesting that I wanted to share on the show as kind of a surprise for everybody.
Okay.
So we all know Humble Bundle is like they're bundles of games and software and stuff all the time, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They were doing a software bundle for Game Maker Studio 2.
Yeah.
I purchased said bundle. I've been going, so that's actually part of the reason I haven't played games this week. I've been going through like tutorials on how to make a platformer, and I was thinking about making a Loot Bros platformer that people could play on their phones for free.
Do it.
Ooh.
We can have fart jars and poop socks on it.
Well, I think the goal is you're going to have to collect poop socks,
that's
And-
our
and
collectible.
then Tricky's going to be like the final boss.
And his
Trophy!
bow, wow, wow.
Wow, wow,
His
wow.
superpower is that he smokes and blows it at you.
Or no, his superpower is he's gonna throw rat plats at you.
Oh my god, that's even better.
And then I'm gonna put Frosty Craps in there somewhere too. Mini bosses.
They won't show up. They're playable characters, but you can't play them.
Eternally locked. You have to pay for T-Bird. He's DLC.
Am I in it?
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah,
You're in it once every 3 months.
Your character unlocks once every 3 months. It's on a timer.
but you can't play it for 5 hour long stints. You can only play it for the general 2 hour long run.
Yep.
You're a speedrun character.
There you go.
You have to beat the game in 30 hours or you die.
Yeah, there you go. That's amazing.
Or
Oh,
30
yeah.
minutes.
All right, Diego also says, also, I'm looking forward to quite a few games this year, but trying to restrain myself from purchasing till at least the summer. And he listed Gran Turismo 7, woo woo, Dying Light 2, woo woo, Horizon Forbidden West, woo woo, and Stifu. And then Elden Ring has day one written all over it. So that has been our community questions and comments for the week. You guys ready for this week's official topic?
Twat, 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 twat.
What?
What?
Nice. We got a nice little jingle going on. All right, Joe pitched this idea a couple weeks ago. Most anticipated games of 2022, and I added my own little flavor to it. Least anticipated games of 2022. This is our hype check. We want to see where we're at, what we're looking forward to, and I might even have a bonus round for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this like we tend to here on the Loot Bros podcast. We're going to go round robin. We're going to start off with our most anticipated games, and we're going to let Kalai, our very special guest. Ladies first, Kalai. You go. You start us off with one.
I am going to go with Breath of the Wild 2.
I mean, do you actually think it's coming out this year? Because I have no hope.
I mean, I don't know. It's supposed to, and to be perfectly honest with you, I just figured that it is a game I'm looking forward to. So
I am
as
also
of right
looking
now,
forward to that. So
nice.
Why, Kalai? Why are you looking forward to Breath of the Wild 2?
because I actually really did enjoy the first Breath of the Wild. I like the pacing. I thought it was a little bit different on the take of Zelda. I know a lot of people
Slow
didn't
boy.
like it as Zelda, but I like the fact that I didn't have to do all of these dungeons in the order. Like, I got kind of tired of being like, oh god, there's the water temple. I hate the water temple. I have to do the water temple, the fire temple. And so to spread them out and to be able to just run around and kill things and collect things, I kind of like that. So
There you go. So, all right, Zach, what's one that you're anticipating?
I am looking forward to Elden Ring this year.
Okay.
It is a visually beautiful game.
I have a problem with the
From-
writer.
From what we've seen. Do you have a beef with him? Was he an ex-boyfriend?
He's a Nazi.
No, do you know who the writer is?
No.
It
George
is
R. Martin, isn't it?
Yep, George R.
Oh.
Martin.
Oh, because
No, he's a co-producer, but
Yeah, he's a co-producer.
he's a co-producer, a co-writer. Yeah,
And
I knew
I have a
that.
problem with him, right?
Because he can't finish his damn book because he's working on the game.
Yeah, he can't do anything. That book is never being finished.
Well, that's because he's gonna die before he finishes it.
That's the goal.
I think it's purposeful, honestly. At this
What
point,
are you talking about? The Song of Fire and Ice series, the actual
Yeah.
Game of Thrones series? Oh,
Yeah.
Well, I think he'll be okay. I think he'll survive. You got to see the end of Game of Thrones on HBO. That's all that matters.
That was terrible.
That was amazing.
That
At
was
least you got to see it.
that was like if somebody threw a wet turd at the wall and just watched it fall to the ground.
Yeah. No, I'll agree with that. The last season was way more disappointing than I had hoped it'd be. But yeah, Kalai already went. Joe.
Oh shit! I just got destroyed. My most anticipated game for 2021 is not Gran Turismo. Surprise, everyone. It is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge.
Yes, that's gonna be
That
good.
game looks absolutely phenomenal, and I cannot wait to play a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle beat 'em up because it's been far too long since we've had a new one. And I'm just super jazzed for this game. It's made by the same people who made Streets of Rage and Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, so I am super excited to see what they can do with this game.
Streets of Rage 4 was dope.
Dude, it was probably one of the best games I played last year.
It was a good one. I actually forgot I played that last year.
Because it came out February.
Yeah, I know. My daughter and I played through all the way to the last level together, just in one sitting. We just had a really good time. And then I think me, her, and the boys finished it. So
Nice.
that's a good game. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the obvious pick first for me. When I was making my list, I was like, I listed off, okay, hype check. Which ones come to my mind first? Boom, boom, boom. And then I was like, okay, cool. Now I would imagine you guys are going to share some of these picks. So I was like, let's see what's actually slated to come out this year. And the more I looked, the more I was like, good Lord, this is set up to be my year. So most anticipated game of 2022 is no surprise, Dying Light 2. Give it to me now. I desperately need to get this exam behind me. I cannot fail on Thursday because I cannot have this looming over my head while I'm trying to play Dying Light 2. Like Dying Light 2 comes out next month, and I need to be all hands on deck playing that game.
I mean, I'm praying for you and all the Dying Light nerds out there that this game doesn't get delayed.
But it's been delayed multiple
Ooh.
times. So.
I know, but it's like you're right on the precipice of release. So,
yep. If it got delayed, it wouldn't hurt my feelings. I would rather it get delayed and be great instead of being like a Cyberpunk. But I am also ready for it. So, yeah, Dying Light 2, just going to go ahead and get that out. Everybody that listens to the show knows how much I love Dying Light, and I need this, so give it to me. All right, Kalai.
My next most anticipated game, Tiny Tina Wonderland.
the game looks awesome.
I just can't get it day one.
Yeah, you won't be able to play it, will you?
Not day one, no.
You're not back yet? That comes out?
The problem is that we want to play it with our friend Carl. It releases on PC, but it's a 6-month exclusive to the Epic Store.
Play on Epic.
None of my friends will play on Epic.
No, why won't y'all play on Epic? It's still PC.
That doesn't sound like those don't sound like very good friends.
Epic has a lot of problems. I've had problems with them in the past, where I've lost games that developers have given me because they don't tag them to my system. The system is very invasive when it
Sounds
comes
like a
to
PC problem.
running on your computer. On top of that, it just doesn't have all the features that Steam has because Steam's been curating their actual like storefront for years now.
Kind of reminds me how I feel about playing the Xbox. For whatever reason, you guys still insist that I do it.
You know you like it.
I mean, yeah, you're gonna play Halo soon anyway, so
when the co-op comes out.
Tiny
No,
Tina looks
quit.
amazing. I think it's gonna revitalize Borderlands because I feel like honestly, not for nothing, I feel like Borderlands is kind of getting stale, like as just Borderlands itself and guns, and I think adding magic and like more melee combat, I think it's gonna be really cool. I'm excited, and I'm excited for the story, and I really like I like Tara Strong, and I can't wait to see her play Tiny Tina again, and it's gonna be a sweet game.
I know. I still can't believe she's an actual actress in on that show on Apple TV, Mythic Quest.
I mean, she's hot in real life too.
Really?
Oh.
I don't find her that good looking.
She's a cutie patootie.
There you go. All right, Zach, you're up next.
Diablo Immortal comes out this year for iOS and Android. It's a mobile Diablo game. I'm really looking forward to that.
Isn't that the one that everyone shit on when it got announced?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like they've been giving constant updates for it, like for four-person multiplayer from like anywhere from your phone for free. Like,
so it's like unlimited Diablo, basically.
Yeah, it's whatever. Yeah, unlimited Diablo. Well, there's an actual story with it too.
Ooh.
So, like, I mean, I'll take a free Diablo game before 4 comes out.
Ooh.
That sounds dope. Yeah, I forgot to mention earlier that I have Apple Arcade right now.
Yep, same.
I expected there to be more games on it. I was like, nothing really stuck out to me that's like worth trying. Did you guys have any like picks?
Yes. I beat 2 games. Cat Quest 2 is on there. That's really good. I also beat what is that Sky game that I beat? Oh my god, I beat a game on there that I actually played the original game on PlayStation. It was a rat plat that I got, and I wound up like falling in love with it. And I actually it wasn't Ocean Horn. No. It's a rat plat.
I don't know.
Oh, God. Oh no.
Are we counting mobile games for
Was it
this year's
Super
competition?
Destronaut?
No. I just you mentioned Diablo was on phone, and I was like, oh yeah, I just got Apple Arcade, and I didn't really know what to try out. I mean, and nothing really stood out to me. And
Was it Super Destronaut?
The reason I was asking is because
No.
they actually have Lego games on there.
Yeah, they have the Lego games on there.
They have
No,
Lego
it wasn't.
games on there?
Yeah. 110%.
Yeah.
and Apple has achievements.
Yep.
They do Game Center.
So
yeah.
you can get points for it for the backlog. I've gotten points in the past, and you can get 100%. Monster Hunter Stories is on there.
Oh, snap.
The first one?
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
I didn't realize that was on Apple Arcade.
The first one is, not the second one.
Still, though.
Yeah, I'm looking now. Legends of the Skyfish 2.
Yo, you said that game was dope.
That game is dope, and it was the first one was a rat plat. That's how I found it, and I fell in love with it. And I was told to go ahead and look at the second one, so I wound up playing all of that.
Nice.
Yeah, there's one of the pinball games is on there too. That's a fantastic one. Like, was it Midway Pinball? I think Midway Pinball is on there. I was really getting good at Midway. Galaga Wars, Castlevania Grimoire of the Souls.
I saw that, but I didn't know if that was
It's a great game.
Cool.
So there's definitely stuff on there.
All right. Cool.
Exit the Gungeon. The Gungeon. Exit the Gungeon is on there as well.
Dude, those are such good games.
Heck yeah. So, all right,
And
Joe. Go
real
ahead,
quick,
Kalai.
just one more tip for you. You can hook up a Bluetooth controller to your phone and use it as if it's a system.
Yeah, I noticed that they advertised that too. That you can hook up a DualShock or something. So.
Any Bluetooth controller, so even Xbox controllers work.
Yeah. I would totally use a PlayStation.
Well, I know you're going to use PlayStation controller.
I gotta have a real controller, man. I gotta have a real one. All right, Joe, what you got?
For most anticipated?
Yep.
My next one, I would say, is a little game from Square Enix called Triangle Strategies that's coming to Nintendo Switch this year. So basically, Triangle Strategies is fucking mother. I just spilled water all over my floor. That's not the game. Calm down. All right.
I've never heard of that game. That sounds like easy trophies.
So,
is Triangle Strategy coming out this year?
Yes, March something. It has a date. It has an actual date.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
It's like 2 months away at this point. So basically, it's a turn-based strategy RPG akin to like a Final Fantasy Tactics, but done in the art style of Octopath Traveler for any of those who played that. And it looks absolutely phenomenal. Like, Daryl, if a guy like on the ground stands in a puddle of water, if you have like a mage that has lightning, you can shock the puddle of water and kill him.
Oh, snap.
Dude, it's cool. And you can combine different magic spells. So like you can make it like you can like hit somebody with a water attack and then hit them with lightning and do like double the amount of damage. It's like pretty cool. And basically, I think it's like a story where there's 3 different kingdoms. Obviously, it's called Triangle Strategy, but there's also something deeper of why it's called Triangle Strategy, but I can't remember. The demo's absolutely sick. If anyone wants to check it out, it's on the Nintendo Switch right now. It'll probably come to PC because that's what Square's been doing with all their Nintendo releases. They've been bringing them to PC eventually. So I'm definitely hyped for this game. I believe it comes out in mid-March. Look it up. I'll look it up, but it's
March 4th, 2022.
Yeah, it comes out 3 days before Gran Turismo.
Oh, snap.
So I'll definitely be picking up because I'm a huge strategy RPG player. I love Fire Emblem. I love all games in that like elk. So I'm definitely going to check this one out. You guys should too.
Nice. Does that mean it's my turn?
It would be your turn.
Yes, sir.
All right. Gotham freaking Knights.
If it comes out.
Hey,
if it comes out. Yes, I am super stoked about this. This game just looks amazing. I love the idea of Batman being gone and the Bat family having to freaking represent and do the thing. So I'm stoked. The game, I'm ready to have it. Like, I really, really, really want to play this, and I've got a handful of people who are interested in playing it with me. So
yeah, I forgot that's multiplayer.
Yeah,
yes,
dude.
it is 4 people.
And the last video they showed at I think it was at DC Fandom, they had like some really cool little things pop up just to kind of show that it's drop in, drop out co-op. And it was like, such and such has appeared in the game, and it's just like someone playing Nightwing. It's like, oh man, this is gonna be cool. It's gonna be very, very cool. I'm stoked about it.
My turn.
Mm-hmm.
Terminator Dark Fate.
Okay.
Wait,
Now,
what?
I haven't seen that.
I found a list that says it's coming out this thing.
So that's a sequel to Resistance?
I think so, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh man, Resistance is dope.
I'm gonna look it up now. I saw that. I was like, oh, I didn't know Terminator was coming out. So if that is a sequel, the first one was actually really good. And in fact, I actually 100%ed the game.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. Here we go. On Steam, coming soon, yeah. It's an RTS. They'll put you in the middle of the Future Wars.
Oh, dude, that's cool.
Ooh.
So we'll see if it comes out this year, but
That's dope.
Yep.
That's dope. Yeah, I had no idea that's coming out. So that's awesome.
what about you? What about you, Joe?
I just went.
Ooh, just skip over me
Oh,
like that.
I'm sorry.
Dang. Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh, yes.
Another one.
I'm
Does that
super
even have a
looking
release
forward
date?
to
Does that have a release date this
It's
year?
Just
It-
2022
It
so
just
far.
says 2022 so far.
Yep. So that's one of my other ones for this year. The game looks fantastic. They finally give us what we've always wanted: a customize your own character, a Hogwarts RPG. So high hopes for it.
This is like Harry Potter Skyrim, basically, right?
Yeah, it's a Harry Potter RPG. It's a Harry Potter open world RPG.
So my freaking daughter is going to be ecstatic about that game. Like when it comes out, that's going to be one that she and I play together. So that's going to be.
Good
I mean,
old
granted,
Potter Rim.
dude, we went today. As a matter of fact, she got a good amount of money for Christmas, and so she's been saving it. And I'm like, man, she's doing real good. You know, normally when she gets money, she just like it burns a hole in her pocket. And so when she's got like a couple $100, and she's like, you know, I'm just gonna save it. And so today we were at Second Charles, waiting on my phone screen to get finished, and she picked up Harry's like luggage, you know, like a it's a small version of it, but it's got all kinds of like little collectibles and stuff from the movie. It's got a wizard pin, a Hogwarts diary, and all kinds of little things, and she is just over the moon about it. So it's pretty cool.
Did you take her to the?
No.
Isn't there Harry Potter in Disney?
No, it's in Universal.
Universal
Yeah, that's what we
Univer-
did in October.
That's awesome. That place is dope.
So
I wanna
we
go so
watched
bad.
all 8 movies, and then like we watched like maybe half of a movie a night every night leading up to the trip, and watched all 8 movies. And before we went, and dude, Universal nails it, like nails the Harry Potter universe. So it's pretty good.
But did you read the books?
I bought my kids all the books. I haven't read them. I don't care to read them.
I've read them. They're really good, actually.
They are really good.
They're really good.
So yeah, I'm not a huge fantasy fan. So
You need to become a pothead, Daryl.
a Potterhead, actually, Joe. Yeah,
you heard what he said.
my daughter's a Potterhead, and so for Christmas this year, I bought her like the cloak, the wand, a Hogwarts shirt. She got the whole nine. I mean, I bought her the whole shebang. So she wears it from time to time. She wore it to my work this past week, and so she loves it. She puts the little fake glasses on and everything. So I think it's cool, man. I love seeing my kids be kids and enjoy stuff. So I try to lean into that stuff, you know.
Trophy.
Like, wow.
Wow, wow.
Who's next on the list?
It was Mr. Joe.
Oh, okay, Joe.
Wait, it's me again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zach just went.
Kalai, me, you, Daryl.
All right, now I'm gonna. I guess I'll play my card now. I will definitely say now, it's Gran Turismo 7
Get it.
because I've been waiting for this game. It's the reason I bought a PS5. This thing's really gonna show off what a racing game can be on next gen. It's gonna be absolutely phenomenal. Like it's gonna be gorgeous. Oh man, it's gonna have awesome awesome simulation racing. I cannot wait. And I know people bag on simulation racing, but I really love it. Gran Turismo is what got me into racing games to begin with, and I can't wait to play the next installment. I'm like super excited.
Yes.
The day one purchase for me on March 7th. So.
There you go. Good. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Next up for me is Resident Evil Reverse. So with the purchase of Resident Evil 8 Village, we are supposed to get the cel-shaded Resident Evil Arena Shooter, a little multiplayer installment, as you would. And it was delayed from the initial release of the game. Then it was delayed out of that year into 2022. And it looks like it has the potential to be something cool. Do we need another arena shooter? Probably not. Does it have the potential to really suck major butt cheeks? Absolutely. But nevertheless, an opportunity to play as my favorite characters in my favorite franchise and do a bunch of killing looks pretty cool. So I just hope they nail it. I want them to have a nice little, multiplayer installment, something fun to go back to. And if it's halfway decent, maybe my kids will play with me and we can just have us like, instead of playing Fortnite or Apex or whatever, we can do some Resident Evil Reverse. We'll see.
Dude, I would love for this game to be that successful, to be like the Fortnite killer, or like even like you said, even an alternative to Fortnite, something that could actually stand the test of time, and like you get like Ada Wong playable or other people playable. Oh man, I just
Rainbow Six Extraction actually comes out this coming week.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's the first big game of the year, technically, I guess.
Yeah, 5 days. It comes out on the 20th.
Yeah, dude. So I'm stoked, man. I hope it's good. It'd be awesome to have an adult version of the arena shooter things. I don't want it to be a battle royale, necessarily, but like something that's not. It's not like your Apex, your Call of Duties, your Twitch based multiplayer, like stuff like that, and then something that's not like your goofy, campy Fortnite. It'd be cool to have like a horror inspired alternative, even though just run around in a room shooting each other is not horror. But it'd be cool. So, Capcom's been trying for years, so I guess the method is you'll eventually be successful if you keep pumping out these multiplayer games, and it's not hurting their mainstays. You know what I'm saying? Their main line. So I say let's let them have it. Let's do it, and let's go. Bring it to me. And I got a trophy.
Wow, wow, wow,
wow. So, all right, Kalai, you're next.
Ooh, God, I don't know. I don't really have. I gave my 3. I thought we're supposed to be doing the.
No, it's
3 to 5.
3 to 5.
Kalai is adult.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, then I'm also going to say Project Triangle because I like role playing games.
There you go.
Yeah, the game looks dope.
Yeah. So.
Wait, Kalai, I got one for you.
Okay.
Mario Rabbids 2.
That's coming out this year?
Yeah, that comes out in like 2 months, 3 months.
No way.
Yep.
Ah, I didn't see that on the. I looked it up.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up now.
Yep. Yeah, it's definitely coming out this year.
Oh, it says available 2022, so it doesn't actually have a release date.
It's coming out this year. I think it'll come out in the summer or the winter. It's definitely coming this year, though. Looks really good. I'm surprised you didn't say Sunbreaker. Sunbreaker DLC.
Horizon Forbidden West.
Definitely not.
No, I thought well, that's release anticipated. I thought you would say like Monster Hunter Rise DLC. Or Monster Hunter Rise on PC.
No. I can't get my save file over. I would have to start all over again.
Oh, so you're not willing to do that this time?
No, I think that's one of the games that killed my arm. I really can't. You know how long
blame the games, Kalai. Don't blame the game. Don't blame the game. Would that mean it's my turn?
Nope.
Your
It is
turn?
my turn. Let's see. We also got. I'm also looking forward to Gotham Knights. Really looking forward to it. It's actually a game, like I said, me and Daryl are talking about playing together. It looks fantastic. I'm ready for like another like Arkham style beat 'em up game, and the fact that this one's multiplayer, which is what we always like. Everybody asked for after 4 games. Yep. So really looking forward to it.
Especially with how expansive Arkham Knight was, with like all the DLC and the different characters. It was just like it was.
You might as well have. It should have been multiplayer. As many different, because that was where you could. The DLC you could play as Catwoman. DLC you could play as Red Hood. The DLC you could play as Nightwing. You could play as Nightwing in the regular campaign after you beat the game.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, like, you got those missions where they were letting you switch between everybody. It was like, oh, come on, let my buddy just tag in with me. But
Azrael too,
yeah. So, all right, Joe.
I'm gonna stay with the DC theme, and I'm gonna say Suicide Squad killed the Justice League because it looks absolutely phenomenal.
Yes,
like this is basically the next gen. I mean, it's gonna be dope. It's like the next gen Gotham game. I think it's gonna set the stage. If this comes out, I think it's gonna come out before Gotham Knights. What do you guys think? I think it is.
I would be fine with that.
I think it's further along, isn't it?
I don't know because you got
2 different studios. So
it is. Arkham Knight came out.
This is Montreal, right? This is Montreal.
Yeah. Gotham.
And the other one's Rocksteady, right?
Yeah. Yep. So Rocksteady's Arkham Knight came out in 2015. Same year as Dying Light, by the way. And then, but Montreal hasn't released a game since 2013.
Oof.
So I mean, but a couple of their projects has been scrapped. So, which Arkham Origins was not a bad game.
I mean, I think coming off like the steam that Harley Quinn and Birds of Prey, and then the new Suicide Squad movie had, I think this game is going to do gangbusters. It's going to sell like crazy. Like everybody is into Suicide Squad right now, and Peacemaker's doing well right now.
That show is so good.
It is actually really good. John Cena is never going back to wrestle. I feel bad for everyone who thinks he is.
Did you watch? Did you watch all the episodes, Joe?
I watched one. I didn't watch the other 2. Nope.
Oh my god, they make fun of wrestling. You have to watch it.
No, I don't want to watch it. Thanks, Kalai. You ruined it for me.
That's amazing. So, yeah, I'm stoked. I'm stoked.
I'm definitely anticipating that game this year. You know what I really need to play that I got for Christmas too? Like side tangent. I need to play Guardians of the Galaxy. Like downloaded it on my PlayStation, but I haven't even touched it yet.
Yep. My next one up was also Suicide Squad. I can't freaking wait, dude. That gameplay footage they showed looked phenomenal, and I was hyped. But I'm like, I don't love the Suicide Squad the way I love the traditional Bat cast. So I'm like, I'll play it. It'll be a day one. I'm going to be good with it, whatever. And then freaking they showed that gameplay and I was like, oh, that's way better than I expected. I got to have it. Got to freaking have it.
Samoa Joe is King Shark too.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So, all right, Zach, it's back to you.
Oh boy. So my next one was actually Suicide Squad Kills Justice League as well.
Oh, get it.
But I did have an honorable mention for this year.
Okay.
WWE 2K22. I'm actually really looking forward to what the new company did with it since they took a year off.
So that's one of my least anticipated, and I'll get to it when we get to least anticipated. Just tell me why you're excited.
I'm just excited to see what this new company can bring like fresh to the table. Ukes did it for years, and everything everyone griped about they never fixed. Literal game physics that they just never fixed. 2020 was okay. I liked the storyline.
I agree. That was pretty cool.
It was a dope storyline where you got to play as 2 characters. Don't get me wrong. 2019 was lackluster. And 2018 was lackluster. I don't know. They just had a rough run.
I feel like 2019 had the best gameplay.
I agree.
And they didn't touch the gameplay for the most part, but they tried to fix certain things in the engine, which broke the engine somehow, and then it made everything worse in the next 2 games. So I don't know what they were doing. They fixed a lot of the things that I had an issue with, which was like a limited, like you can only have like one mid card title in like universe mode, but then they changed that in 2K20, and they finally added a second one, or they added you could have the money in the bank as the money in the bank in universe mode, which I thought was cool. So you could like carry it around all year and do whatever you want to do, cash in, whatnot.
I want them to bring back GM mode, like
they are. That's official.
Yeah,
that's official.
Yeah,
that's a reason to
believe it
get
when I
hyped
see
for
it,
that
though.
game. Honestly, it is. I mean, GM mode is dope.
Oh yeah, it was probably one of the best things that ever happened to those games.
I hope we could do like multiplayer GM modes where we can play together and stuff.
Like run different shows and stuff like that.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Oh, dude, yeah, like somebody runs SmackDown, somebody runs Raw, somebody runs NXT. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be dope. So yeah, that's my honorable mention for this year.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, for me, I don't know. I want to call it an honorable mention, but I just don't know that it's going to come out this year. But it would be the Callisto Protocol. That's the game that the Dead Space creators are working on now. That's like the spiritual successor to Dead Space.
Okay,
but it's also in the PUBG universe. So if you haven't looked it up, if you haven't heard of that yet, look it up. Zach, do you like horror games at all?
Yeah, I'm actually really enjoying Little Hope and stuff right now. But I play Phasmophobia. I mean, it's not really a story based game. I have Visage, which is another like horror based game. Dude. I'm getting ready to that one's downloaded on my Xbox. Little Hope. Oh my god, that game has gotten me and it's the first time I did it, I was like, I'm gonna pull a Daryl. I'm a scared little weenie. I took my headset off the first time they gave me a good jump scare. It was bad. I was like, because it's just you're just standing there walking out of nowhere, it's just like
boom,
music, bad sounds. I'm like, man, I'm wearing too good headphones for this. This ain't even right.
Yep. Yeah, wait till you play Visage. That junk is wild.
So yes, what you were saying?
Visage is just wild, dude. It's like,
oh no, you asked me if I like horror games for this game.
No, Callisto Protocol. It's just one to check out. It's just, it looks cool. If you like Dead Space, it looks like it's going to be like a lot of Dead Space. And I don't know. I'm excited, man. I'm very excited. Glenn Schofield is doing it, so we will see. But that one I just don't know. Out of all of them, I think that one's the least likely to come out this year, and it's going to be a very crowded year. I didn't mention Horizon Forbidden West. That's a given. Day one in this house. Huge Horizon fans here. And then God of War. If God of War comes out this year, that's another.
Yeah, that's going on my least anticipated list because I feel like it's not coming this year.
God of War?
Yeah, I don't think
it's not. Ragnarok's not coming this year.
I mean, I really don't think it's going to come out this year.
I guess those would fall under least anticipated for me too, because they're just given known quantities that will be good. So I'm going to play them regardless. I'm not worried about either one of those.
Yeah, I agree with that. I say one of the ones that was mentioned earlier during our community questions. I'm not really looking forward to Sifu. It doesn't really interest me.
Okay. That's interesting. It looks neat. It won't be like a day one for me, but it looks neat. So,
I mean, depending on reviews and if we get it any other way, like cheap or on PS Now or Game Pass or something, then I'll play it probably, but I ain't spending money on it for a couple of years.
Yeah, I understand that. So, I think my probably the least anticipated game, I'm actually kind of tired of hearing about it, would be Starfield.
Yeah, that's actually on my list too.
Is that even coming out? I just assumed it wasn't coming out.
It's releasing November. It's not. I don't know. It's so hyped up, and I feel like it's just gonna suck. It's gonna let everyone down.
I feel like it can't. I don't know that it'll be bad per se, but it can't live up to the hype. This is another one of those, Fallout, freaking CD Projekt Red, disasters and waiting to be made. Like the hype is so high, and the hype was high before the game, before anyone had seen 1 minute of footage for the game. And I was just like, when that kind of stuff happens, like I just don't know of a game that like there was nothing shown and then it was like universally praised as like one of the best games ever.
Yeah.
Bethesda still gets that like everybody's
that
like
rub, yeah.
Oh, it's disgusting. Like they've failed so many times in a row now. Like people need to stop giving them the credit. I'll give you a few more most anticipated for me.
Okay.
They're all on the Nintendo Switch. I'm really excited for Advance Wars 1 and 2 rebooted. I'm really excited to play those again because I love Advance Wars, and I really hope that they like this sells well, so they'll make a new one. And yeah, I know Intelligent Systems has like they're they're all fucking about Fire Emblem nowadays, and they're not making anything else because Nintendo's like got a gun to their head saying, "No, you're not making Advance Wars. Keep making your fucking Fire Emblem games. Go back in your cubicle and make the Fire Emblem game. Don't bring me this Advance Wars shit. Don't even think about it." Like they're like,
don't even write it down on a piece of paper.
yeah, like don't even think we're making that. So I'm like, this gives me hope that they'll make another one. I know it got delayed from last year to this year, and I was hoping we were going to get it a little earlier than we were going to get it. I know it comes out in, I believe, March or April, but I'm excited. I'm excited for that. I'm also excited for the new Pokemon game that comes out in 2 weeks. Pokemon Arceus.
That one does look pretty decent.
It looks cool. I'm going to check it out probably. I don't know if I'm going to check it out though, because there's so many things for PlayStation coming out in February that like I don't know if I can make the justification to buy it. Because I kind of want to see how it like reviews first. If it reviews well, maybe I'll pick it up. If not, maybe I'll wait for it to drop in price. Like, I really want to get Let's Go Pikachu or Let's Go Eevee because I've watched videos on them and I really want to play those games.
Dude, I don't like the capture system in the games. It's straight up Pokemon Go capture system.
I know that. But I actually love the first game, and I think it's probably one of my favorite games of all time. So I kind of want to play it on a modern console.
Dude, I bought those games for my kids. That was the reason why we bought a Switch, was to play Let's Go.
I'm sorry.
And man, I'm telling you, between that and Monster Hunter, because my son was like really high on Monster Hunter World. I bought those games, and that was like the biggest waste of $180 I've ever spent in my life.
I think he would like the newer Monster Hunter compared to the last one. Ultimate was like still hanging on to a lot of things that made the 3DS ones. Yeah, the old style. So now the new one's got a lot of quality of life improvements that that Monster Hunter World had, and the controls kind of match. So it plays a lot better. And then my last most anticipated game of the year is you guys like Metal Slug, right?
Yeah.
Never played them.
Well, they're making a Metal Slug Tactics game, Darrell.
Whoa.
So basically it's like quick, snappy tactics levels with Metal Slug characters and the art style to match.
Oh, okay.
So I'm really excited for that. And again, I believe .M, the people who are publishing Shredder's Revenge and did Streets of Rage, they're also doing this. So they're pretty busy right now, publishing and producing stuff, and that's it. If I want to go into my least anticipated games of the year, well, I'll take one since you took one. I will say WWE 2K22, and the reason why is I don't know what the hell's going on with the roster since they just released like 90% of it in a calendar year.
You can't play as anybody.
All the people I want to play as, Darrell, it's not even like who can I play as. It's like I don't want to play as any of the people that are left, pretty much. Like,
yeah, that's fair.
Like I wanted to play as Keith Lee this year. I wanted to play as Adam Cole. I wanted to like Adam Cole is definitely not going to be in the game. They did release a statement saying that a lot of people still are going to be in the game.
Well, yeah, because they bought the right they bought the rights out for that.
Well, they have the likeness rights, so they have them because they're already in the game. So they bought them for that year. So I think Keith Lee will be in the game as long as he doesn't show up in WWE or AEW before the launch of the game. I think Adam Cole will not be in the game. Kyle O'Reilly will not be in the game. It stinks. I mean, the coolest thing about those games is, though, that with the character creation and the community, they'll be out within like a month. You'll be able to have everybody back. So. And with the power of the PlayStation and the amount of like creator wrestler slots you have now, like the sky's the limit. Like you could have the biggest roster you could ever imagine. Like you have more wrestlers than you ever play with. I'm just weary that the game's been delayed so many times, and I don't think it's all roster stuff. I think they're they're fine tuning, tweaking it. I know everyone says like a delayed game is always a better game than a game that comes out, but like I don't know, man. I'm just getting tired of waiting for this game. Like I need a new wrestling game.
Well, hopefully they haven't announced it yet, but hopefully we'll hear more about the AEW game that Ukes is doing this year.
Yes,
I'm thinking it'll come out next year, or either that, or they're like silent dropping it. Like they're just waiting and waiting and waiting. But I mean, they also had to wait for AEW to be more. I think the best thing about that game now, guys, is that they waited long enough to make the game where like they're gonna have a pretty sick ass roster.
Oh yeah,
when they do make the game, like you're gonna have Malachi Black in it. You're gonna have like, who else? CM
Jericho,
Punk,
baby.
Punk, Jericho.
Yeah, because I really want to listen to Fozzy.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Judas is gonna be the theme song for the game.
Oh my god! Actually, the whole friggin' soundtrack's gonna be curated by Jericho. So it'll be nothing but Fozzy tracks. The whole game.
Yes.
I'll throw it out my friggin' window.
I'm coming.
Is it bad? I have no idea who Fozzy is.
Yes.
You know who Fozzy is? He's a bear from the Muppets.
That's right. That's
all
right.
you need to know.
Zach, what's your next least anticipated game?
Gran Turismo 7.
What the get? You get?
Nope.
I'm just
not going to do it.
I'm just kidding.
No, I really like the Forza Motorsports games. They've always, I feel like, been leagues better than Gran Turismo, but
you can only say that because you've been getting them recently.
Okay, so I
said Forza Motorsports.
Yeah, I know you did.
No, Daryl misunderstood.
I agree with you, sir. I'm not gonna lie. Gran Turismo
How many motorsports games have you gotten since the last true Gran Turismo? 3? I'm not talking about Horizon. The better of the two.
Yeah, Motorsports all the way up to was the most recent one 5?
Yeah, you didn't even get a true Gran Turismo game through the whole PS4 generation.
4 was probably one of the best racing games I've ever played in my life.
Yeah, it was good.
Forza 4 is a masterpiece on the 360. That game is a masterpiece. Masterclass in racing games.
So
I'm not looking forward to it. It's probably gonna release all good on PS Now at some point, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, by Christmas it'll be out. Summer, maybe even it'll be on PS Now. If it doesn't sell well, I think it's gonna sell like crazy though, because we haven't had a real racing game on a PlayStation in years. The only thing you really have is like Need for Speed Heat.
We had Sport.
That game's fucking trash, Drew.
I've got it and I've never played it. It's been in the case since I got it.
I mean, if they didn't make the whole game about online racing, I would actually like it.
It looked good from the previews, but I actually like visually.
It plays well, but it's all online. Everything is online. Everything. And then it takes like 9 minutes to do a race because you have to find a match, wait for all the people to join, and then it's no thank you. No thank you. No me gusta online racing games.
So, all right, my next least anticipated game is going to be Ghostwire Tokyo. Now, on paper, this should be my jam. It is, produced by the Godfather of Resident Evil, Godfather of Survival Horror, Shinji Mikami, at least his studio. I think they've gone through some creative leads already on this one, so the writing is on the wall that there could be trouble in paradise.
Uh-oh.
And it looks like it's going to be more magical than it is going to be horror. And the first trailer we saw was like the art style was interesting. It's very different than anything he's done before, from what I can tell. And they say, "Oh, Shinji Mikami's making a new game." I should be like, "Yeah, give it to me, day one." But realistically, I don't think I'm there on this one. I think I might not even be a day one on this. I might have to sit back and wait and see what the reviews are like and see. This might be a wait for a sale game.
Daryl's getting that $5 Walmart copy.
Hey man, I blew out some $5 Walmart copies this week.
I know. I'm tempted to tell you to go back and get me one of those.
Hey man, you just tell me what you need, baby.
Ship it to me, because we don't ever get those anymore like that no more over here.
Dude, they got 3 giant boxes of games that haven't been discounted yet. Like there's probably 150, 200 games that haven't been discounted.
You should start bringing your price app there and just scanning them, because a lot of them are on sale, but they don't say that they're on sale.
Well, that's how I got the ones I got. So I got DreamWorks Dragons for $7. I got Five Nights at Freddy's complete for $7. Or excuse me, $5. I got Last Kids on Earth for $5. So
Jeez.
some of those I bought just to add to my collection of
Jeez.
trophy. Yeah,
Wow.
some of them I don't have any intentions on opening. Like I own all the FNAF games digitally on every platform they've released. So like I don't need to have that. But that's one of those games that like, one day we're going to be like, oh man, I wish I would have bought Five Nights at Freddy's when it was on disc because it's $90 now and they don't make it anymore. So I bought remothered broken porcelain for the same reason. Like I was in GameStop ready to freaking burn the place down because the service was so trash. And I'm like, like trying not to be aggravated, trying to be rude to the guy running the thing because he's just playing by the corporate rules. But like, this is just stupid. Like everything about it was stupid. I was getting so friggin' frustrated. And then like they had a copy.
This is a story you should be telling on the podcast. Why were you frustrated? What frustrated you?
Okay, so we showed up, right? And like we walk in the door and the dude stops what he's doing and he's like, you guys can't be in here. I'm like, wow, there's tons of people in here. He goes, yeah, we can only have 10 people in the store because of COVID.
Oh, jeez.
I'm like, dude, you are in freaking South Carolina. We've been wide open for a year. We don't do that anymore. And he was like, man, we got new COVID rules, blah, blah, blah. I was like, you know what? COVID spreading, like it ain't his rule. He's just a guy. He might be scared of it anyways. I'm not going to be a douche. I'm like, whatever. My wife was next door at Kirkland's. So I was like, okay, you know what? We'll play by your rules. If she's ready to go and I can't come in the store, you just lost sales. We'll go somewhere else. But I mean, that's not your problem. You're just doing what you're told. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to be rude. So we go to Kirkland's. We hang out over there. And my wife buys up the freaking store. I'm like, geez, I gotta get out of here. And so we walk out and we go back over to GameStop and there's nobody in there but this dude. So I'm like, cool. So we go in there and I told my son, I was like, hey, for your birthday, part of your present, I was like, here's $40. You can buy whatever toys you want. Cause he really wanted to buy some action figures. And they had an action figure sale at GameStop. So I was like, cool, let's go do this. So we freaking go in there and he's looking around and it smells like someone took a dump in their pants. And then
was it that guy?
I don't know, man. It was so bad. I had to like acknowledge the fact that it smelled. I was like, man, it smells awful in here. And then like a dude came in there baked out of his skull, smelling like the dankest freaking weed. I'm like, it smells like butthole and joints in here. Like this is awful. And this store is not very wide. It's very narrow. And I'm like, I can't breathe. I'm aggravated because of, they kicked me out as soon as I walked in the door. I'm aggravated about that. And then I'm aggravated because it smells awful. And like, I don't want to smell butthole when I'm in GameStop. I want to buy games and toys.
Don't ever go to PAX
and not get high. Yeah, I know, right? So we get in there. I go grab my game, and my son, he was like, "Dad, I want to. Can we scan this Fortnight? There's like a case for the new Fortnight package they're selling." He goes, "I want to see if it's cheaper, to buy the copy in the store than it is to pay $30 for the package online." I was like, it's probably not, but sure, we'll scan it. He grabs his toys, we go there. So then we get there and he goes, and the dude just tries to explain to me what Fortnite is. I'm like, I know, man. I know. And he goes, well, I just want you to know that blah, blah, blah. I know, dude. I know. I play a lot of games. We're good. Yeah. But you're not actually getting a disc. I'm like, I know how Fortnite works. You don't have to tell me. Like, wipe your butt and freaking ring it up. Like I was so aggravated. I'm like, he just was insistent. I'm like, I know. I own more games than there are copies in the store right now. I was like, and he just wouldn't leave me alone. I was like,
Did he ask you to be your pro member? Did you subscribe?
Oh yeah. We had that conversation too. And I had to explain to him why I'm not a pro member anymore. And he just wasn't having it. I'm like, look, dude, you guys don't really have games, like volume of games on sale that's worth coming here. I buy everything I want way before you guys get it to where it's valuable for me to buy the used copies. I was like, and then you don't have anything. Like you don't have anything in here. You got one game that I want.
You have all toys, no games.
Oh, dude, yes.
It's called Toy Stop now.
Well, so this will actually make it worth it. So if you think about it, it's $15. You get digital Game Informer or whatever. They give you $5 free every month. So what you can do with that is you can just go into the store and ask them for a $5 PlayStation Store gift card.
No, you
and they'll
can't.
give it to you. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
You can't hear. I mean,
Wait. You're correct. You could. They changed the program for 2022. You can't do it anymore. I just saw this. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
You used to do it for Switch cards, didn't you, Clay?
Yeah.
I just went in and picked up $15 worth of GameStop or Xbox credit like last week.
They're supposed to be changing it that you can't do that anymore. I saw that online. So
well, I know we could, because that's what I've always done with my Pro membership. But
I was doing the same thing.
Yeah.
That's smart. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, dude. And the thing is, I like GameStop as an idea, but my experiences there.
An idea.
Yeah, my experiences there the past probably 2 years have been bad, and I will say a lot of it has to do with the GameStops that we have locally, because they have been the most obnoxious with their like COVID procedures. And like the ones on the side of town that I moved from, they're way, way easier to deal with. But the ones over here have been obnoxious. It's just been a problem. Everything I've ordered from there, everything I've done, like a scheduled pickup, like, just going in there and smelling someone's butthole, like it's just terrible. So like we go through the whole rigmarole of like, you got to have 20 minutes worth of conversations on why I don't want to buy other things other than what I put on the counter.
This feels like another Super Loot Bros episode. Dude,
and then he freaking is like, all right, you got to leave. I'm like, what do you mean I got to leave? He's like, well, my computer's acting up. I got to reboot it. And I got to lock the door.
What?
I'm not kidding.
I got to lock the store up.
I'm not kidding. I was like, are you kidding me right now? You know what? That's fine. we're out of here, And I was like, oh my gosh, I was so aggravated. So then other people are trying to come in. And he's like, you guys got to go. You guys got to leave. I got to reboot my computer.
Everybody sounds like Tricky.
Well, Tricky sounds way cooler than this guy. Yeah, and I'm like, I'm like, my kids are kind of looking at me like, Dad, like, well, why is this so weird? And I'm like, I don't know, guys, let's just go. So then we get in the van, and I'm like explaining why I'm frustrated to my wife. She was like,
wow.
Yeah, well, she's like, wow, babe, what a nerd going into the nerd store. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And she's like, why do you still go there? You're mad every time you leave. I'm like, I don't know. I go there because I
sells games.
I go there because I used to go there. The thing is like the game. So I only moved like 30 minutes across town, 45 minutes across town. But man, the GameStops we had on the other side of town are just so much better. And they burnt through management. I mean, so I've had some really cool managers that I made friends with, work there. But I mean, it just seemed like they kept refilling those positions with at least tolerable people. But like on this side of town, like it is like the stereotypical GameStop employee, like the worst version of it. And I don't know. I'm like, whatever, man. Just whatever. Let me leave. Let me leave before you kick me out again. That's another thing too. Being asked to leave the store twice, like that pissed me off, and I probably shouldn't have. But it just freaking made me so mad. I'm like, both were for technically good reasons, I guess, or acceptable reasons. But I was mad,
according to him.
I was like, why are you telling me to leave? I'm trying to spend money here. Like, there's no way I walk out of the store spend less than $100 right now. Like, is that not worth it?
They got all that stock money. That's what happened.
Oh my gosh! You know what? You ain't wrong. they got that mean stock money.
All that Wall Street bets money.
Yeah. So I say all that to say this: the next least anticipated game I have is Forspoken, because the writing in that game looks like absolute trash.
No way. Gary Whitta wrote that game. That game's gonna be great.
No, Gary Whitta is trash. Amy Hennig, on the other hand, less trash, because she's co-writing that game. I don't know what that means.
She wrote it with him? Wow.
I don't know if that means that they're right. She wrote dialogue or she wrote lore. I'm not sure, but yeah.
I would think that he would have wrote the dialogue and she would have wrote the lore.
That's kind of what I was hoping, because the dialogue so far in the trailers we've seen has been awful. Like, like Life is Strange, hella awful.
Oh damn!
So, did I just shoot freaking lightning out of my hand? It's just terrible. It's terrible. So, I don't know, but yeah,
Maybe they're going for like a certain audience, Daryl.
And who might that be?
Like, I don't know, like teenage girls.
Maybe they're going for the GameStop employee that kicked me out of the store twice.
Shit, way to make it full circle.
I'm friggin'
Maybe they're going for the bronies.
Yeah, a neck bearded brony saying hello. Yeah, so yeah, that's my next least anticipated game. What about you, Zach?
Lord of the Rings Gollum.
Okay. The hell is that? Oh yeah, I forgot that existed.
Is that a VR game?
No, it's supposed to be like following Gollum's story. It's supposed to be like an action adventure Gollum game, and I'm really not about it.
Yeah, okay.
It just doesn't look appealing. Like what do we really need to know about Gollum?
Game of the year, bro. Watch.
He deserves his whole his own whole
his
game,
precious.
So. Yeah.
I
mean, like we've seen the movies. We don't need a game.
Yeah,
he creeps in the shadows behind rocks. About it.
It's a whole stealth game.
That's the whole game. Yeah,
like a brony.
Filthy little
humpuses. Yeah, that's what you did there.
Don't touch on my ponises.
my ponies, my precious ponies,
my precious ponies.
How dare you? The only thing that good that ever came from Gollum is the South Park skit about Backdoor Sluts 9.
Jesus,
did you guys see that?
Yes.
Negative.
So they did I haven't watched South Park in years and years and years, but they did a Lord of the Rings, South Park, and essentially, Stan's parents rented Lord of the Rings and Backdoor Sluts 9. And so, like, they hand the boys their movie. They go into the basement. They're all dressed like Lord of the Rings characters or whatever. And then Stan and Stan's parents go into the bedroom. He's like, "Hey, babe, I rented us a porno."
It's basically what Stick of Truth is based off of. Like, that's where all that started from.
Dude,
gotcha.
So they open it up, they put it in, and it's Lord of the Rings, and then the boys are downstairs watching a porno, and they're like, "Oh my god!" And then every time the parents get together and mention which movie it was, they're like, "It was Backdoor Sluts 9," and then everybody's like, "Oh, Backdoor Sluts 9," and then everybody's like, "What? What's such a big deal?" And then it's like the most vulgar or wild porno at the time.
Oh,
so Butters essentially, they get the boys are trying to take the movie back to the movie store as if that's their one quest, right? So Butters is like creeping around in the background. He's like, "Give me back my precious." And there's a line where he's like, "Whoa, what's going on down there?" And he looks down at his junk.
Yeah, oh my god.
Jeez. And then what was it, the little black kid? He like goes in, watches a token, he like goes in, watches it dressed up, and then comes out not dressed in his Lord of the Rings gear anymore. He's like, "I don't know what it is, but I'm out." And he slaps his hands and like walks off. It's really, really freaking good. But essentially, Butters is Gollum the whole rest of the show, trying to get his precious porno.
Ridiculous.
So, yeah, that's the best thing that ever came from the old. I love Lord of the Rings, by the way. But I say this: I love the action of Lord of the Rings. I don't know that I actually love Lord of the Rings.
No, the movies are great. The lore behind it is fantastic.
Yes, it is.
I've got the novels beside my bed, and I have never read them.
They're amazing.
They're really good. Just don't read the Silmarillion.
I don't know what that is.
It's actually part of the Lord of the Rings story, like universe, but it's before everything happens, and it's based off like the beginning of the world of the elves, and it's just terribly boring.
Yeah, sounds like
it's like
they're making that into a show. Actually,
are they really?
Is that the Amazon show?
Yeah, I think so.
That's the Amazon show.
Oh, dang!
That comes out in like a few months.
Had they going to ruin it like the Wheel of Time?
Probably.
Mm.
Huh. Interesting. All right, who's next, Joe? You got anything left?
Yeah, I do. We're doing least anticipated at this point, right?
Yep.
I think.
I haven't gone yet.
Okay. Oh, Kalai, you have at least.
Oh, then you go, Kalai.
Strangers of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin.
Oh, I forgot that came out this year. That comes out in like a month, doesn't it, or two?
I have no idea. I just see it on the list, but that looks terrible, doesn't it?
No, it actually looks awesome. But it's actually like
Is that the
like
tactics game?
No, it's a Final Fantasy like beat 'em up, like
I don't think I've
beat 'em
seen
up
that.
game, co-op like fighter game, kind of like beat 'em up.
Huh.
Or not like beat 'em up, kind of like
Use your
like
words,
an
Joe.
action. What happened?
Use your words.
I know it's like an action game.
It's like a beat 'em up.
It's like the one that like everyone compares, like it's like Final Fantasy Dark Souls.
Oh, okay, kind of like a beat 'em up.
I don't know. We've been doing this shit for 2 hours and 15 minutes.
We might be going too long for Joe.
Jeez, I'm like fried. I'm trying to beat this friggin' drifting race in Need for Speed. It's
Oh,
like,
okay. Kind of like a beat 'em up, right?
Kind of like a beat 'em up.
Yeah.
The new T-shirt coming up. Kind of like a beat 'em up. The masterpiece.
There you go. It's one guy. It's like a his and hers. One's it's a masterpiece, and one's it's like a beat 'em up.
It's like a beat 'em up.
Get your whole family together, and then before you know it, it's gonna be an entire sentence. You know, it's like a whole description of a game. The Loot Bros game.
I want Final Fantasy 16. So
Do
they
it.
need to not make other games. All right.
All right. Who's next?
I guess it's my turn now.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Bayonetta 3 for the Nintendo Switch, and I'm gonna say it because it's been in the lab for too long, and I don't know what the hell they're gonna come out with.
Did you play part 2?
But yeah, I love part 2.
I want to play that.
It's really good. Gotta play it on the Switch though. No one wants to play it. Or you can bust out your Wii U and play it there.
I have a Wii U now.
There you go.
I don't think I want to play it there either, though.
You and the 5 other friggin' people that bought it.
Yep. I bought mine from one of them.
It was honestly, like, if you would have asked last year, probably one of my most anticipated games. But now that it's taken so long to come out, like, I don't have any faith in this. Like, none. The trailer looked cool, but like, I don't know. Like, Platinum's either really hit or really miss with their games.
Yeah, when they hit, they hit hard though.
They
I
do.
feel like they hit it.
But when they miss, they fall off a cliff. So
kind of like a beat 'em up. All right, so it is my turn. Next thing, Elden Ring. That's another one that I'm just sick of hearing about. I mean, I'm so sick to death of hearing the phrase Elden Ring. Like, I know people are hyped for it, but I'm like, I could go the rest of my life without ever hearing about that game again.
I just can't wait till everyone has to drop it down to easy to play it. Because no one's gonna be able to play that game. Like, I don't think people understand what they're getting themselves into with this game. This ain't gonna be an easy game.
I mean, if they even have an easy mode.
True.
That's a Souls game. Easy mode means
Souls doesn't have difficulty. Does it?
No. Now, easy mode for Souls game means summon your partner in, and then
have beat everything for you.
Yep. I hope they're leveled higher than you. But that's how I play Souls games.
Did you suck at them?
Yes, actually.
I mean, yeah. He's honest. He's honest.
Yep.
Just like your son beat FNAF Security Breach, and then you claim the point for it.
Hey, I was playing the game with him.
I don't know if those should count. I might have to take that to JT. Your son's beating all your games for you.
Whoa. No, we had the discussion first before I even claimed the point, because we were passing the control back and forth. And so, don't get me wrong, his plays far outweigh mine because he's better.
Why is it his point?
He got the points.
So wait, you both got points for it?
Hey man, everyone who touched that controller got points. And we had that conversation in Discord. It's like, hey man, couch co-op, baby, couch co-op.
But there's no co-op. It's a single player game.
Right. We co-opted a single player game.
Oh.
Old school style, dude. Like, back in the day. Come on.
Like, beat him up, right?
He's just jealous. His daughter's not old enough to help him.
She could be. She's probably better.
I could train her.
Yeah.
But then that's less time in the sticks for me, so no thank you. I'll just keep her away from the sticks for now.
Hey man, just start her off on like a beat 'em up.
Like My Little Pony.
That's what I did. I started my kids off on beat 'em ups.
That's what my friend did too. He played the first game he had his kid play with him was Scott Pilgrim.
Yep. We played X-Men Arcade.
It's a great game.
Then Streets of Rage 3.
Welcome to Die.
Yep. So, all right. Zach, is it your turn next?
Well, if Kalai has any more, then Kalai goes for me.
Oh, I do. Horizon Forbidden West.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was that? Kalai dropped the call.
So Zach's next?
Yeah, so Starfield.
We just skipped over Kalai.
We wish her the best in her future endeavors.
There will be no Horizon shit talking on this podcast.
Everyone's gonna be listening to the show, going, "Man, that was a real long pregnant pause."
Oh God!
The whole show, her audio's gone.
I love Horizon. Oh my gosh, dude! Did you okay? So when I edited the last show, and I edited the conversation to sound like Tricky and Joe were talking about Joe having to take a dump.
Oh yeah.
It was way funnier before I messed with it. I had accidentally laid it out in such a way that made it sound like Tricky was basically saying, "I don't want to hear Joe take a dump," and then Joe's like, "It's gonna happen." And I had more to it, and I trimmed it down because it got a little excessive. And I think the final product was less funny than the original. But I was in literal stitches putting that together.
Can you release the original cut on Patreon?
No, because
release the Darrell cut.
The Darrell cut, yeah. No, because I got rid of it. But I mean, I could always do it again. It was twice as long, but it was. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun whipping that together. So I might have to do one where Kalai praises Horizon. Maybe all of her favorite games are Horizon. Who knows?
Oh, that's just wrong.
all of her most anticipated games of 2022 are Horizon Forbidden West.
Horizon.
Well, in my defense, didn't I do that to you for something for Xbox?
Probably. I do remember you doing something. So. But yeah, that's like
like a beat 'em up.
Yeah, it's kind of like a beat 'em up. Yeah. So now, why aren't you looking forward to Horizon, Kalai? CJ pay you to say that?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
No,
No, Jeff Hanna paid her to say that.
Oh dear God.
Sony has really great games. They have really great stories. Sometimes, though, the gameplay for me is lacking. Horizon was one of those. It was slow. It was hard. It's not the way I wanted to play the game. Maybe I'm playing it wrong. I am going to attempt to replay the first game from the beginning and see if I missed something. Because as we were talking about this today with Matt, who was at my house trying to help me with my computer, he's like, I was like, maybe I'm doing something wrong, Matt. You're going to have to come over here and sit next to me. He goes, of course you're doing something wrong, Kalai. So.
Yeah, that was one of the most fluid and fun playing games that I've played in years. Like when I hear people say they didn't like the way it played, I can't help but feel like you're not playing it correctly. The game does get difficult in spots, and there are challenges you have to overcome. But that game played so good, I couldn't play other games for a little while because they didn't play as smooth and as fluid. For me personally.
Well, like one of the things I didn't like about the game was the travel system. I don't like that I had to like run around because I didn't have the materials to fast travel.
Oh, well, when you get far enough in the game, you can do a satchel. That's the golden satchel.
Yep.
And then you can fast travel infinitely.
Yep.
Well, that's good.
It really doesn't take that long to get to it.
No, not if you put the seeker thing on and you actually look for material. Like that game is all about like exploration. You can't just mainline it because I feel like if you mainline it, you're missing a lot. Like I felt like I missed a lot when I played it because I tried to just like mainline it and then I had to take like a 10-hour break from mainlining it to go back and level up enough to beat the game because I was sorely lacking things that I needed to beat the game.
So it was funny because that game came out at the same time as Breath of the Wild, and everyone was harping on how like Breath of the Wild is all about exploration. And I'm like, but Horizon Zero Dawn does it better. Like to me, that game was so exciting, and the random encounters and then the different biomes that you go in with different style, like dinosaurs that all acted and interacted differently, and then your arsenal, you could change your arsenal up to combat them in such different ways. Like I got to the point where I had upgraded all my gear and gotten the purple, version of everything. I forget the name of the tribe that you eventually get that stuff from. But I would just go and rope cast an animal to the ground and then beat the fool out of it, or shoot like explosive slingshot rounds at it, or explosive arrows.
You could break that game
easily. Dude, you can, and that was what I would do. I would go and I'd put like 2 or 3 rope casters, or I would rope cast something and cross its legs up and trip it and make it fall to the ground. And then, or you could stealth and, stick your staff in their butts. I mean, it was, that game, to me, hack and slash is not the way you play the game. And the tools that they give you to the toys to play with in the playground were so good. And for me, I didn't like fast traveling because you miss out on so much cool stuff. You'll cross over one area and it's all of a sudden there's these crazy invisible raptor things that are chasing after you and shooting rockets out of nowhere. And then it's oh dang, over that hill over there's a freaking T-Rex, and then you just find a herd of antelope running, and before you know it, there's a friggin' alligator thing, with it. I don't know, man. It's just that game. I didn't mainline it. I did every single side objective I could find through the process of the game. It was awesome. I had so much fun with that game. And then I tried to play Quantum Break right after it. And then I was like, this game plays like trash. I can't play this. I had to do something completely different for a little while to kind of reset my brain on how dodging and rolling and just how combat should feel. So I think you should try it again, Kalai. Throw it down on easy and just play and enjoy the game. It's so much fun.
Oof, I can't do that. I can't put something on easy. Oh, I should.
Oh, why? I don't think you don't get anything for doing it on normal or hard.
You don't.
And when you get to the Stormbird and to the T-Rex and all that stuff, there's a difficulty spike because they're huge, hard animals to beat.
That's what she said.
Maybe.
So, I think my first Stormbird fight was over in a half hour.
Jeez.
Yeah, dude. It was so good though. It was so, the scale, man, that was so big. I'd never done anything like that. I never fought. I've played I played a lot of the biggest games that have released. I know what's going on, what's out there. But I'd never fought a giant phoenix robot, that you would shoot electricity and stuff at me, and I sat there and I friggin' grabbed his wing with a rope caster, attached his wing to the ground, attached his foot to the ground, got him and pulled him out of the air. I got him on the ground. I'm sitting there shooting explosives at him. It was cool. I mean, that was just so, it was intense. And then when you play the DLC difficulty spike is outrageous. It is way harder. And they've got these giant bears, frost claws and stuff like that. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's half the fun in Horizon. It's just the crazy robot dinosaur. So I highly recommend you try that one again. But if it don't click, it don't click.
It is what it is.
There you go. It is what it is. Who's next? Anybody? Everybody. Joe, is it you?
It's me, but I don't have any more after Starfield.
Okay. Starfield sucks enough for everybody. I don't know if it sucks.
If Joe doesn't have another one, I have another one.
Go ahead, Clay.
Persona 4 Arena Ultimax.
I mean, it's just a re-release, but okay, go.
I mean, I want another Persona game. I don't want.
We're getting one. Don't worry.
I know, but I want it now.
You gotta wait till they announce it at the end of the anniversary.
So, what are the Ultimax games? Is that like fighters?
Games.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have that.
I love that game. I had it on Xbox.
I think I have it on PlayStation 3, actually.
That's what it's on. Yep.
So, interesting.
You heard the rumor for this year, though, right, Kalai?
No, what rumor?
We're getting Persona 4 remaster on PS4 and on Switch.
It's gonna happen.
I don't want a remaster though.
Don't worry, we're getting 6. It's coming. After 5, there's no way they're not going to make 6. You just got to wait a little bit longer.
So picky.
So, so are the Shin Megami Tensei games close enough to Persona, or are they too different?
They're what Persona like. So Persona is like the offshoot of Shin Megami. Shin Megami is like the main series. They would be like the offshoot. But some would say now that Persona is the main and Shin Megami is the offshoot.
Right.
Because of how popular Persona is compared to Shin Megami. Now, Persona has grown in popularity tenfold in the last, I would say, 4 or 5 years. Like, 4 would have won Game of the Year if not for Breath of the Wild.
Trophy!
But that was the same year as Breath of the Wild, correct?
Persona 4?
Yeah. That's how old that game is, Daryl. 5 years old.
Well, Persona 4 Golden?
Or, I'm sorry, Persona 5. Persona 5 would have won Game of the Year if not for...
Yeah, I think it came out that year or the year after. I don't remember. So that year was Hellblade, Horizon, and Breath of the Wild. And I think when it all came down to it, Hellblade was my game of the year personally. Even though Horizon was just such a fantastic experience, Hellblade, I had never played anything like Hellblade. And it was just sound design and experience, like just the actual like atmosphere. So gave it the nudge for me. So I've never played Persona 5. I own it. I own
really
Persona.
Good.
I own Royale, everything. I just have never played it. I played Persona 4 Golden and didn't like it. And I just realized that wasn't a game for me. So,
I mean, and you can play Persona games many different ways. Like, I would even tell you, if you want to experience like just the story, drop it down to easy and just play it. Or there's so many different accessibility modes in Persona 5 that you can play it, and like every time you win a battle, you'll just like level up like 10 times. You can play it that way. Just experience the story, because the story is like where it's all at there.
It's an idea. So, all right. Anybody got anything else?
I think we're all set.
I think that's pretty good. That's a pretty good list of things to be hyped about. Pretty good list of things to be not so hyped about. I mean, obviously, Horizon Forbidden West, Game of the Year. Calling it. Kalai's calling it. So
I can see it.
Oh, dude, that's going to be it's going to be a hot year in the Elsewhere house, man, because like my son is ready for Horizon. Like we've already we're talking about buying a physical version and a digital version. So I'll probably buy digital first, just so that him and my son also have access to it.
You find the digital deluxe where you get the PS4 for free too.
Yeah. That's what we'll do. That way Paxton gets a version, Noah gets a version, and then I get a version of it. But then I'll buy the physical as well.
You're buying the physical PS5 though, right?
Yeah. Yup. So, and there's just certain games where like the way we have the primaries and stuff set up, like having this split generation between PS4 and PS5 has really been extremely beneficial for us. I didn't expect it to be. I was actually disappointed it was going to be like this. And like now I'm like, man, this is dope for us, because I buy a game and it's, PS4, PS5, combined. Both the boys get it. They all play it on their consoles, and it's like buying it once and 3 people having access to it. It's awesome.
That is awesome. I like how you see the positive side. Everyone just bitches about it. Why can't it just be like Xbox? You just upgrades, because Sony's giving you an actual another version of the game.
Yeah, giving you
not
a whole
just an
license.
up-res.
And a whole nother trophy list. You get 2 games. So it's worked out really well for
what
us.
they're getting. Like,
I do want to say I want to point out I bought Hitman 3 beginning of last year and still have never played it, and I have got the itch, man. I want to play that game. Like I keep hearing like about the Hitman team making this new James Bond game. And
That's sick. They're making a James Bond game?
Yes. I don't know when it's coming out. I don't have any clue if it's 2022, 2023, 2025, whatever. But I just keep seeing stuff for Hitman, man. Like I keep seeing like DLCs on sale right now, and like people keep talking about it. Like I mean, I listened to some like end of the year wrap ups from a couple podcasts, and they're like Hitman 3, Hitman 3. And that was like the sleeper agent from last year. So, who knows? I feel like we're going to have some sleepers this year, but this is a packed freaking year. So lots
there's
of cool
many
stuff.
games that we probably missed too.
Oh my gosh, dude. That's why I brought Hitman, because that was one that like I slept on, and I keep hearing how great it is. And I'm just like, man, what's going to be the Hitman for this year? Because we got so much crap coming out, and there's so many big marquee titles already pegged. And like, I've got stuff like in my pipeline for that specifically speak to my interests. So I'm like, man, I'm stoked about Dying Light, but what's going to be I was stoked for Horizon when it came out, but then Hellblade came out of nowhere. Even though I've been hyped about it because they showed it off at the reveal for the PS4. Like Hellblade came out, and like that was the experience that spoke to me the most that year. So I'm over here going, man. Wow. I'm like, man, I'm getting Dying Light 2 this year. This is going to be awesome. But then who freaking knows what I'm going to get that I'm not ready for. So, anyways.
Thing.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming on here tonight, talking shop, talking games, most anticipated, least anticipated. If you made it this far, do us a favor, check out the YouTube. YouTube's growing. Not growing fast, but it's growing. Check out the Twitch. We got the Bearded Nerd on Twitch. We got Mr. TMNT84 on Twitch. Residentdarrell on Twitch. Kalai, I do not know your Twitch name.
Yeah, it's all right. We're gonna hold off on the Twitch name while I heal with my arm.
Oh, okay. So you're not gonna be on there dancing for your Just Dance?
I don't know. Maybe I will. We'll see. I would like to. I would definitely like to, because I really did have fun, and it was very, very silly. Totally worth checking out. Heck yeah.
So, yep. That's funny. A couple times during the podcast tonight, my son came up here and asked if we could stream. My youngest came here and asked if we could stream Security Breach, so we can grind out the other levels and stuff like that, other endings. So I think streaming is becoming more and more popular in the house amongst the youngins. So I think we're going to keep doing it, and we're going to try to make Sunday nights our normal gig. Right before bedtime. So we will see what happens. But yeah, definitely check out that stuff. Check out the Patreon. You can get in for as little as $1, and you get the Super Loot Bros. This month you're going to get a very meaty Super Loot Bros. $5 gets you the deep dive and the Super Loot Bros, plus all the bonus content. And then anything above that puts you in the Patreon producer category, just like MZ Nitro, Redbeard Rick, My Name is Effing Mayo, and the El Presidente T-Bird. All right, guys, we are out of here.
Bye.
Later, guys.
Later.